What's up, everyone? We are Tottenham TV here. Spurs take on Southampton at St Mary's today on what is going to be a very, very important game. I'm joined by Brains McLeod, who's going to watch us, who's going to join us for the watch along as Spurs look.
And I'm going to watch you.
And you're going to watch me. Yeah. Watch me all the game. I'm not sure which one you're going to do.
It's meta.
People are going to watch you, watch me, watch the game. That's how it is. Exactly. Because apparently people prefer watch alongs to watching the game, so you could just stand over here, just watch live watching me.
We get some mirrors in here. It's going to get real crazy.
Look, it's a very, very important game today. Especially, it's a big opportunity to gather points in the top four racings. We've got games in hand and whatnot. We obviously played 2 days ago, so it's obviously the Christmas period where fitness is running short, and you expect a lot of changes. But let's bring on the lineups, because there actually hasn't been that many changes from a Tottenham point of view. We have changed to a 3-5-2 as opposed to 3-4-3.
But the identity's there.
Yeah, in terms of actual personnel, it's only Winks and Dele, I believe, and Davis. Winks, Dele and Davis have come in for Tanganga, Skip and Lucas. Do you see this more as a 3-5-2, or do you see maybe Dele dropping into those? Because he likes to call them number 10s, doesn't he?
Yeah,
Conte?
Dele could do that.
So do you think maybe it is still a 3-4-3 with Dele in one of the number 10 roles?
It could be that. Because Højbjerg and Winks in the centre, that's a nice little double pivot. So, I think he is going to let Dele have the same kind of role essentially as a Lucas or a Bergwijn.
But do you expect him to maybe be a bit more central when out of possession, maybe go into a midfield three? Yeah,
I do think he will kind of just maybe even from muscle memory. I think he will pop up a lot more on the left, and then in certain attack modes, it will look like the three up front, like him making that late run at the box, which is kind of what we always wanted from Dele, and it was kind of nice to see that he did that in the Liverpool game. So I wasn't too bizarred by this, considering what he said. Look, he's got this spine, he's got the identity there. The thing that you always have to worry about with these games over this time, I don't know if you saw like Newcastle last night, 3 injuries in the game, calf injuries. This is the time where that stuff comes on. So I'm glad that he can't keep Kane out of the game, but he gave him a little bit of rest. But that's what he's having to worry about. Skip and Lucas worked real hard in the last game, so they earned a well-deserved break. What I'm most worried about in this game is the wing-backs, because Emerson and Reguilon both played 90 minutes, I think, didn't they, in the last game. I understand his lack of backup options, like with Sessegnon injured, and Matt Doherty being Matt Doherty, he doesn't have the best backup options at wing-back. But with that being such a demanding role in the Conte system, especially for Reggie, because he makes those runs. He goes right all the top. You think about the 2 times he was moaning to Lucas, and obviously they're good friends, and Lucas is the loveliest guy on the planet. But when you make that run and all the way from back and you get into the right position, it's so annoying when a player doesn't give you the easy pass, because he's also thinking like, this run is taxing on me. I got to get back now, So, and these are the times, especially with a player like that, you got to look at hamstrings. They're little. So
should he have changed it? Should he avoid maybe Doherty for Emerson or one of them? Because
I think he just doesn't trust anyone else down that side.
Yeah, just the reality.
But
are they a risk of maybe, because we've got massive games coming up in January. We've got Chelsea twice, we got Arsenal there. Chelsea 3 times.
Yeah,
and we got Arsenal coming up. If Reggie's out for or even Emerson, if one of them get a 2-week injury or something, I could rule them out for a lot of portion of those games. And is he risking that today, do you think?
I think he is, and I think he doesn't have. I think that's like when we
can't look too far ahead, maybe.
And like that's where you're kind of seeing this is where we have problems in the squad. Obviously in other places, but Sessegnon potentially injury prone, and then Reggie. So that's a lot of pressure on Reggie to play so many games, especially these ones. This is like 2 days later. Like, you have to understand, as a footballer, the day after the game, you don't do anything. You just basically doing kind of warm downs and kind of little physio stuff and rest. And then the next day you'll probably have a morning thing in the morning, and then they do all their kind of tests, and that's where you test potential muscle strains. And you see, like with Lo Celso, like I feel bad for him because having that thing happen in the warm down. That's because he's coming back, and even he is fatigued from coming back from the injury because it's so much work. I mean, you're seeing now like what's happening with players across the league who are getting injured. Is that it's the fatigue. When you have the fatigue in the muscles, you feel okay. Like before the game, you're running around, you do your stuff, you feel okay. You need the doctors to see like how your response time is after you do a bit of the warm-up, because the muscle fatigue. So if you're playing in a game and you make these long runs, like the muscles just don't work. Very tiny increments less than they should, and that's where you get pulls. So that's where I worry for someone like Reggie, because he's taking a lot of the brunt of the brakes and the speed and the pressure is coming down his side.
Yeah, and that's the thing. That's what I'm worried about. But I guess he doesn't have too much option. One thing maybe he could have done is maybe put Doherty on the right and Davis on the left, but they just don't provide the same threat that you need.
Then you have to change the entire formation to fit that.
You kind of have to change the system we've been working on to kind of work on that, because they're not going to be getting in the same positions that Emerson and Reguilon can get on a regular basis, and that's the thing. But
I think he's found a way to move transitionally really easy between two systems, and that's a DNA. The 3-5-2 and 3-4-3, like that's your DNA. In the gameplay it can move, in defense it can go one way, in attack it can go another, so you kind of can't risk that, and so he's forced to make big,
because if you put Doherty and Davis there on the wings, it's kind of like you're making it a 5 at the back, however you like it, because they're not going to be able to be like those full-on wing backs that Reguilon and Emerson, because literally every time we go forward you see it. Emerson and Reguilon, every single time we go forward, are there. They're always there on an option. Both options are every time. If the guy's crossing it back to the back post, always Reguilon or Emerson are at the back post. They're ready to pounce and in space. And with Doherty and Davis, just who they are as players, they're not going to be able to do that just physically.
Yeah. Sometimes we don't even use them. They're there, and then like you'll see Lucas. So he knows he's got the reverse pass out, but he'll just keep going. And that defender who, like, that's why you see indecision in the defender who could come to him, but he's like, I can't commit because he can just go this way. So that's interesting to see today, whether, Dele will kind of have some of that role. Will he drag people in? Will he hold, he won't do what Lucas can do, but, what will he do? The interesting thing that I hope that we have today with keeping this identity, and still, a lot of players right there have played a lot of games. So I just hope that we keep the fitness, the quickness and the slickness, because if either of those three things, then you're in a bit of trouble.
And in terms of players on the bench, we have Lucas ready to come on, have Tanganga, Ndombele ready to come on, and Brian Hill. A few attacking options, but no Bergwijn, no Lo Celso
I think you guys might have said it about like Hill. It was either you or Ben said it, thinking that when Hill was going to come on, he was going to give Reggie a bit.
That's what I thought. That's what I said. I was thinking, because we know Reggie has to play 2 games, 2 days because Session's out. I was like, is he actually going to bring off Reggie for Hill and put him there? But he decided not to.
And that might be an interesting place to be kind of drilling Hill and see if he can do it. Like, I'm pretty sure he can. I think he's done it a couple of times when he plays for the Spanish.
He was very used to playing wide left and being in that kind of role. And obviously wing back need to be a lot more defensive and that kind of stuff. So he has to develop that side of the game. But in terms of how Reggie streams down the left hand side and is an attacking option, like from the attacking side, I wouldn't have any problem with Hill doing that.
It's Reggie's kind of like defensive know-how on the way back. How many times in the last few games has Reggie put like a last-ditch tackle in, a beautiful slide tackle?
It's true, but Hill, from Hill's point of view, he's obviously not the most defensive aware, but he definitely tries hard. He puts a foot in, doesn't he?
He's got good defensive know-how. I've seen it like a couple times. He's like helped double up at the back, but it's just whether or not he gets pushed off the ball by an aggressive,
that's that, and then a bit of awareness.
Shea Adams
as well.
isn't playing today. Long's not that bad, but if Shea Adams was playing, you wouldn't want him going up against Gale at the back.
True on that side. From Southampton, just looking at their team now, they got quite a few. Broger's on the bench, Redmond's on the bench, Walcott's on the bench. They got Shane Long starting, and they got 3 fullbacks, as I can see on the pitch. So bit of a depleted team, but what are you worried about? Are you worried about that, or would you like, because maybe they're going to be fresher and maybe that freshness could cost?
I'm majorly worried about is the fact that we give away too much stupid free kicks around our area, around our box, and today do not do that, because you got Ward-Prowse. He can do something special. Like, they can get if they have 2 free kicks the entire game around the box, they could score 2 goals, and that's how much I worry about Ward-Prowse.
And Amazon are claiming that Southampton are going for a back 3 today, which is not their usual formation, and maybe that's something to combat how Spurs play. And when you see that, it might be. Do you think that's going to take Conte by surprise a bit? They've changed their formation to combat us, but then also on the flip side, it'll be a formation that maybe they're not as used to.
Yeah, I think that defense there, I think we can get at that. That's got goals for us. Their midfield's not too bad. Diallo's not a bad player. Like they've got some, and
Ward-Prowse is great, isn't he?
Yeah, and Ward-Prowse is a beast. So, but once you break that, today is the day where Dyer potentially connection with the crossfielder over the top balls to, a Dele running in behind. That should be interesting today. So there's what he's saying. So yeah, they're saying the 3-5.
They're saying the 3-5. I think he's probably more likely to be there because I think we've tried Ali in maybe that kind of position before, and he hasn't quite worked out. But maybe we'll see when the game starts how they're lining up. But Amazon,
the good thing is Winks is there. Winks can put some really beautiful balls through. You could see Ali pushing up a little bit further, being that kind of second striker type thing.
Just to let you know, guys, as well, there are 2 other games going on at the moment as well. It will be West Ham taking on Watford at Vicarage Road and Palace at home to Norwich, and we will be keeping you up to date with every goal that goes in around the Premier League as it goes in. But Spurs are about to kick off. We're 1 minute away from kickoff here at St Mary's. So let's do it. Tottenham in their away strip. I think that space kind of strip that they've unveiled at the beginning of the season.
Man, I always wanted you to know.
Do you reckon that's how they unveiled it with that song? Yeah, exactly. All right, we're about to get underway here. And as Tory Mac says, everyone please smash that like button and smash that subscribe button as well if you're new around here. We are 700 subscribers away from the big 100k, so everyone get subscribing, get liking. It really does help support the channel, and if you're liking the content, we do watch-alongs for every single game and we provide daily Spurs content, so really do appreciate everyone's support. All right, kickoff is about to get underway. Here we go. Tottenham kicking off from left to right, and we're off. Harry Kane laying off to Højbjerg, and we are underway at St Mary's. Let's go. Tottenham immediately.
I want to see them have a little bit more composure. They're passing around the back of the early parts of games, because the early parts of games were a bit,
And that's the thing, because Southampton as well, they like to start early. I've noticed.
They'll go for the gusto and then burn out.
That's what they do. They burn out very quickly, especially in the second half. So we have to kind of ride. I feel like with Southampton, it's all about first 20 minutes. You kind of ride the storm out a bit, make sure you don't concede, and then once you get settled in the game, you kind of hit them.
Yeah, don't give anything away too easy, too cheaply, because they will take advantage, and then you don't want to be chasing any part of the game. The good thing is they will kind of fall apart later on in the game, but you don't want that.
No, you don't want to. Yeah, exactly. You don't want to rely on that. All right. Southampton do have a throw on the left-hand side. I don't know how to pronounce Parud. I think he's a player. He's actually a left back, but he looks like he's playing left wing back today. But it's interesting when a team like Southampton, obviously they've seen a few teams already struggle playing a back four against us because of how much space that leaves the wing backs. But do you think there's a risk when you just change your formation to suit an opponent? That opponent always going to be more well drilled in that formation because that's their formation.
Yeah,
and maybe you could be outdoing yourself in a way.
Yeah, that's what I really liked about what Conte said about, like this time of the year. It's very tempting for a manager, because he's so worried about fatigue and muscles, like to kind of rashly change too many things. And then what you have is you just have you don't have any identity. You don't know how to play. Players aren't used to playing each other. You need partnerships all over the park, and you can take one person out and flip them in, which you guys were saying on predicted lineup. Yeah, that's nice that we've got people who can just drop into the space, but when you make too many changes, like when you change your entire back line, that's bad news for me. Or when you take too many players out of the midfield, that's crazy talk.
Because then people aren't used to how the system aren't used to. Yeah, I think you're right. And you need to kind of keep that core of the team sometimes to make sure that the system's still working as it should be.
Yeah.
And I think that's very, very important. And it'll be interesting to see how Southampton get on today and moving to a back three.
Were they struggling with a lot of COVID cases or something? What?
No, it's not. I don't think it's COVID. It's just I think that Højbjerg's pass a bit shorter, but Emerson's won it, but it's fallen to Salisu
that was
and
a bit
it's away.
Short from Højbjerg.
Yeah, if that's a good pass, Emerson's in so much space here. And Adam Armstrong's taking on Sanchez.
It's a nice touch from Sanchez. Good tackle.
Sanchez does well, and Emerson receives the ball. They're not. Oh, Winks looking for Delhi. No, looking for Son actually. Delhi on the run, but Southampton clear out. But they haven't had COVID cases. I don't think. I just think it's rotation because they've played every 2 days. And Southampton's way of playing is extreme. They play this like 4-2-2-2 system.
Yeah.
And it's very attacking, and it's actually very intense. They like press all the time, and they're
that's
very
a
always
good
a good
ball
ball.
up the
Emerson.
lane there for Delhi.
Delhi's in a bit of space. Can he take on Salisu? Can he shake him off? He's got his back to him, looking for help. He's got Emerson in support, and Tottenham are forced back.
All the way back.
All the way back here to Dyer, actually, or to Lloris. Because they're so attacking, so open, and so intense with their way of playing. Maybe they need more changes than we maybe do. But we're also quite an intense team. But they're so open, Southampton, usually how they play.
Harry.
They take so much risk. And, against teams like, Norwich and teams like that, they'll get a lot of joy. But every time they come up against... they always leave it open, don't they, Southampton?
They
always
also
leave
play with
themselves
they try to like push up and they try to get you to the halfway line. They try to do that thing Liverpool do, but like they concede a lot of goals by just not being able to maintain that,
Oh, what a goal! Watford are 1-0 up against West Ham. Emmanuel Dennis with an absolute peach.
He's on absolute
What a
fire
peach. This guy, mate. He has had an absolute storming first half of the season. And they have scored against West Ham early in the game. And it is a brilliant goal. What a goal this is by Emmanuel Dennis. Sorry if I shocked everyone to thinking maybe there's a goal in this game. No, but I'll take a look over here at the West Ham game, and he's onside there as well. Look at this absolute peach of a finish.
Oh, look at Harry Winks there being a little bit of a
into the top corner. Look at this finish by Emmanuel Dennis.
Oh, nice work.
Oh, it's a great finish. High into the net on the edge of the box, and it's a great goal. West Ham are again losing. And they're on terrible form at the moment, aren't they, West Ham? Falling out of the...
Look what we did to them.
Exactly. We can claim victory there. But they're very quickly falling out of the race for top four, aren't they?
Yeah, good.
Yeah, very good.
Man United dropping points last night as well.
Very, very positive. Look, and it's going to be the case. It just has to be whoever's most consistent is going to get there. Oh, it's a ball in the box. Shane Long with a header. Oh, it's just wide. I think that was a Walker-Peters cross, and Long gets a run on Eric Dyer. And
was it over at Dyer? Was it?
Looks like Dyer. Oh, Sanchez actually. He might be an offside.
Sanchez hand by playing him on.
Better contact there, Shane Long, and easily could have been 1-0 Southampton. Wasn't the best effort, but warning signs there for Spurs. Can't switch off, because Long, as much as he's not the most prolific player, we all know he's got pace, and he's got pace, and he can get beyond you if you're not careful. All right,
It's been interesting to see Winks is playing with quite a bit of confidence. Like, he got the ball in the centre and he kind of like shimmied out of the way of two players. He's playing with a bit of confidence.
Yeah, he is, and he's looking to always play it forward. I've always said Winks definitely relies on his confidence when he's playing, because I feel like when he is confident and he's sure of himself, he's more happy to take the ball into stride and dribble forward and take players on and look for immediately for those forward passes and try a risky ball in between the lines. And we know he's got very good passing technique that he can find small gaps in between the lines. But when he's not confident, I feel like he thinks about things too much and plays it sideways and backwards, and he's not and he becomes reluctant to take players on and things like that.
Yeah,
and that's what we were seeing basically for the last 2 years. Basically, Harry Winks play like that. Which was a shame to see, because obviously he's such a different player when he is playing with confidence. And now he seems to have his confidence back.
I feel like Conte's gone in, edited out the kind of part of the brain which is like pass the ball backwards, sideways, he's like just delete,
Exactly, and got rid of it. Welcome Kaylee Davis for becoming a member, much appreciated. And Ribsy85, 1 year as a member. One takes Southampton with a cross, and it's going to fall to Lloris, all right. He says, 1 year, come on you Spurs, love the channel guys, cheers, big up to you Ribsy, and happy 1 year anniversary to you. And that's Southampton
getting a better chance.
Yeah, but this is what I say. Early in the game, they always do.
Yeah,
they always come strong early in the game, and it's about riding out. Oh, one sec.
Go, Harry.
Kane's got a ton of Bednarek. He's kind of forced a bit wide though.
Yeah,
he's twisted inside. Here's Harry Winks. Delhi, is he brought down? Referee says no. Apparently there's been a goal at Crystal Palace. Palace are 1 goal up at Selhurst Park. So there's been a goal there as well. So Palace 1, Norwich 0. So a bit of a warning sign there. Harry Kane getting away, but wasn't able to really
do much with it.
Yeah, unfortunately. Haven't seen too much. But I remember, as I was going to say, Southampton starting game strong. They played Arsenal a few weeks ago, and I was watching that game. And for the first 20 minutes, there was only one team in it. Southampton were pummeling them.
Yeah.
And it was like all Southampton. And I was like, okay, it's like there's only one team who are going to win this. But they didn't get the goal. They missed a whole host of chances. They didn't get it. And then all of a sudden, Arsenal get a goal out of nothing. And it was after that, it was 1-0, and it was plain sailing after that.
Yeah.
And it was like it was the easiest game for Arsenal in the world after they're 1-0 up. So it's not uncommon for Southampton to have a quick start and then kind of fade away.
Yeah.
It was Odsonne Edouard with a penalty against Norwich. So that's put them 1 goal up at Selhurst Park. Looking at this game, it's still feeling our way into it, it looks like. Haven't really got going yet in terms of getting any passing moves. There's Conte on the touchline. As always, barking orders. Never stops, does he? I remember reading a story about Eden Hazard when he was at Chelsea. And he used to say that Conte used to go so mad on the touchline, right, that he used to, whenever he was playing on the wing on the side of Conte, he used to go down. Let's just switch wings, yeah. He used to just switch wings. He's like, I can't have this guy in my ear like for 90 minutes. But that is Conte. He says he likes to play with his team. That's what he says.
Yeah, it almost like feels every single thing.
Which is such a contrast how Nuno was. Literally never said a word, did he? Just he actually literally not only just stood there, he literally had his hand on his mouth like this, like refusing to say anything. Once I hear Jan Valery with a shot from Hampton is well wide from 25 yards. And but what do you think as a player? Do you like to see your manager constantly barking out orders like non-stop like that? Would it get annoying for you, or do you think maybe sometimes it's necessary to be like that?
I think it's necessary. I think like you get like passion like begets passion. You get lifted by someone's passion, like driving. So like I think the perfect coach is someone who's loud, who's in your ear, but then when you need it, puts the arm around and pulls you aside for a quiet talk. Like that's the perfect manager. Someone who kind of breaks you, builds you, breaks you, builds you up.
But is there ever a stage where maybe he can have trust in his players? He's like, okay, they got this, and I don't need to start barking orders all the time. Or is it just like,
I don't think he'll ever stop barking orders. I mean, if you see him like when he's playing with a prime Inter Milan, who are like he's still every single second of the game. He's just like the kind of glue that keeps a team doing what it needs to do. Like when you're on the pitch, like sometimes you can just get in these little moments where you wander. You're just kind of like in the motions of the game rather than like, no, this is my job, do my job. And he's the kind of
he makes you make sure that you're.
And you want that from every player who's behind you. You want the players behind you saying, like, shouting at you, keeping you awake, go right, go left. You want every single player helping each out, being loud, being, in the game with you.
100%, and that's why people always say you don't want just one captain. You want 11 captains. People say, because you want everyone to be on it and like taking responsibility. One sec, here's Kane. Oh, nice play.
Lovely from Kane.
Salisu, he's been too. Play through. He just overhits a through ball to Delhi, who was through on goal, but he does so well to manoeuvre the opportunity. But he kind of he's twisting when he's playing the through ball.
Watch this little nutmeg.
Lovely nutmeg on Salisu, and he gets past Bednarek as well.
Oh, it's just there. He's just
his body shape just forced him to, I think, overhit the ball a bit. But you've seen Kane play a pass like that. Completely. On point, so he just overhits it from Harry Kane.
He was like riding the challenge, and he was kind of a little bit out of balance. That was meant to rhyme. But I think I think this is normally the part of the game where we start to come into the game a little bit.
We have been traditionally, even under Conte, slow starters in games, haven't we?
Yeah.
We haven't really. We don't usually start the game that strongly.
Yeah. Well, it's like just control, don't do anything silly, like see what they've got going on, and then calibrate, and then figure the weakness and how they play.
Oh, here's Dele to Kane, and Kane with a through ball. Reggie, is he getting there? No, the keeper. Oh, referee's given a foul against Walker-Peters, and he's going to book him. He's going to book him. Reguilon saying it should be a red because he was through on goal, but I don't think he was getting there. But again, Kane holding off Bednarek and playing a brilliant through ball to Reguilon. Do you reckon he would have got there if it wasn't for the... Yeah, he definitely pulls his shirt.
He's being pulled, yeah.
But is he getting there or the keeper? I think the keeper's probably going to get there anyway.
I think he had a run on Walker-Peters there.
He definitely did, but I think the keeper was out pretty quickly.
The keeper would have, yeah. But who is it?
Forster's not the quickest, is he? So he might have beaten him.
He would have had indecision on the edge of the box and ran backwards.
So yellow card there for Walker-Peters.
This is where we need award praise. We need like a little bit of an inventiveness. We've started to try change a couple of things with these set pieces. We need a little bit more work on these.
Kane's already started the game, already giving some trouble to the centre-back.
Kane's looking lively.
You got to remember, this was at this ground last year. He got 4 assists and a goal, didn't he?
Yeah.
Against Bednarek. He was happy to tore them a new one that year.
Here's Dele making a deep run from
Son's it's a crossing position. Son's is over it. He's crossing into the back post and it's a goal! Oh, he's offside. Ben Davis has headed it home. Ben Davis heads home the Son free kick, but the flag is up and he's given offside.
And Ariane is jumping out of a window.
Yeah, he's well offside. He's
like all of our players are offside.
He's a couple yards offside. He's gone early. It's a good header.
It's a great header.
It's a great header into the corner by Ben Davis, but unfortunately for him, he is offside.
Don't you worry, Ariane. It's coming. It's coming.
Ariane was so close there. All right, but definitely, so the past few minutes, Tottenham are starting to step up, starting to get the ball into Harry Kane early. And you see, as I've said with Southampton, they're so on the front forward thinking. Look how much space they leave behind them. Whenever Kane picks up and holds off the centre-back, there's all that space in behind to run into for our forward players. And that's what we've got to concentrate on. That's what we did last year, to be honest. We absolutely destroyed them on the counter last year at St. Mary's.
Oh, nice from Winks. What's he going to do now?
Winks looking for an option. Oh, he's dallied on it and he's lost it. And Adam Armstrong, I think he's actually won it back. He has himself, actually. So well played, Winks. But he lost it on the edge of the box. Lost it on the edge of the box. Adam Armstrong then plays a quick pass into Long, but thankfully Winks was there to intercept.
I know we all don't want me to go backwards, but sometimes
it's necessary. He was looking forward there. Maybe that was his undoing. Free kick now to Southampton. But Winks has got to be careful there. He's looking for the forward pass, no option, and he's reluctant to go backwards, and then he kind of stumbled on the ball.
Yeah, he's run over the ball.
But luckily, he was there to intercept it.
It's good to see that he's kind of like, he's jumped. His main's jumped him into like, get the ball back, run.
Yeah, exactly, and make up for his mistake. Make sure it doesn't cost us.
Because a lot of times players lose there, they kind of like,
they feel sorry for themselves. Yeah,
stop. And like, no.
All right.
This is where we don't.
So how exactly with this ball guy on the over set piece, Ward-Prowse? He's going to be crossing this. Quite a deep position on the right hand side. Whips it in, headed out by Davis, I think it was. And now here come Peru to Stuart Armstrong on the left hand side. He crossed it in, blocked by Emerson. Southampton retrieved the ball though. It's Diallo out wide to Peru. He cuts inside Emerson, who sold himself. And Diallo's on the edge of the box. And it's a poor ball, and I think Reggie can clear towards Son. Ward-Prowse wins the header, and is headed back to Southampton.
But some decent passing and moving from Southampton there. They don't look too bad, but it's just, do they have anyone who's going to offer that killer blow?
Yeah, we're going to be clinical. You even with Shane Long's 1-on-1, you're still thinking, is he really going to score? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you back Lloris to that situation? Probably. Kane nearly getting a run there on the centre-back, but Southampton just intercepting. Here comes Ward-Prowse. Peru. Salisu, Southampton just knocking it around now. Still 17 minutes in, hasn't been a real chance, but here's Adam Armstrong, I'm saying that, but dies. I think it's Ben Davis actually there.
Yeah, Ben Davis is a good
coming across. He's always been very positionally aware, hasn't he, Ben Davis?
He read that really well.
Good tackle, and he puts out for a throw.
How did that ball get through? Was it just...
Yeah, it was a flick. It was a flick past Dyer, wasn't it? And it's going to be a throw. Is it going to be a long throw for Southampton?
The thing with them, with these set pieces, like you kind of like they're dangerous if they get in that kind of scoring position for Ward-Prowse, but they don't really have any target man or any kind of like.
Yeah, they got like Benrek there,
then they don't have a big kind of header of the ball.
That's also a problem, is it? They've got players to come on if they to change it. If we're not in the lead by the time these players come on.
I don't think Shea Adams on the bench even today. So
is he not? Okay, fair enough.
That's good. So I don't know if they've got any kind of big kind of header of the ball.
Yeah, you're right. He's not on the bench. Okay, that's good. All right.
Michael McIntyre.
Oh, Michael McIntyre. Yeah, he's a big Spurs fan. I actually met him in Munich. When we went away to Spurs play Bayern Munich in the Champions League, and he travelled out there for the game, and I was just walking around the city centre and all the markets and stuff, and he was just there, just having a good time. Here's Kane, he's got Son there.
That's a lovely ball.
Oh, he's just played it beyond Son.
That was a lovely
Tried to play on the outside. It was a nice ball from Kane, but Son didn't really get the good look at it, and it went through to the goalkeeper. You can see the damage Kane can cause, can't you,
Kane
already?
Is really, doing some great things there. Whether he's going to take the ball, hold on, beat people, or whether he's going to
if he keeps doing what he's doing, one of them's going to find a Spurs player through. It's going to happen. Reggie with a loose ball, but he's picked up and he's been tackled again. And Southampton have picked up in our own half. Here's Diallo.
Cramming us out.
Is that a foul? Referee says get up, and Højbjerg goes over, and it's going to be a free kick to Spurs.
They're pressing really well in those areas, those little kind of blocks at the side.
They're good at setting traps, Southampton. That's not
a foul.
Yeah, good shout from the ref. Here's Eric Dyer looking for a pass. Good goal, looking for Harry Kane, but he's stretching for it. Kane says should be more accurate.
So it is looking like a 3 up front.
Yeah, with Delhi. Looks like Delhi's in a 3, doesn't it?
Looks like Delhi's in a centre forward role.
Yeah, it looks like Kane's instructed to pick it up a bit deeper and look for the runners of Delhi and Son in behind. Oh, it's a good ball there from Davis into Delhi, looking for Son, who can't shake off Jan Valery, and he plays out wide for Walker Peters, but he overhits it, and it's going to be a throw into Spurs.
It looks like we're trying to play intricately through the centre and then get Delhi or get Kane on the ball to then put like the final kind of through.
Yeah, it's kind of like you can see whenever we play into Kane, Southampton have got a defender right up his backside basically every single time, and it's his job to hold them off and then get that through ball off, and he's done it 3 or 4 times now.
But do you think Conte would have said that to Kane? Because of late, like the great thing that's happened is Kane's been really sticking in. I
agree, but he must have seen what happened at St Mary's last time, and if you think so, if Southampton are just gonna keep doing that, then you gotta make sure you're exploiting that space in behind, don't you?
Yeah.
And maybe Kane's passing is and finding Son in behind his best space. Son Emerson is down, and he's asking for the ball to be the play to be stopped. He doesn't look happy with it.
Doesn't look good. He's holding his thigh. Just a dead leg, maybe.
Potentially, he doesn't look great. Well, I don't know what happened there. Doesn't look that much.
A brush of the knee into his knee.
I don't know. I don't know where the contact was. I'm trying.
No contact, and he's gone down, and he's not just kind of like taking.
Yeah, that's even worse. He's getting back on his feet. I couldn't see where the contact was, to be honest, but
he's grabbing like his just above his knee.
Referee's is he giving a foul? I don't know what's going on here.
Nah, yeah, we'll be all right.
He's back up. It's all right. So 20 minutes gone, still 0-0. No real meaningful chances, but there's definitely opportunities for Tottenham here if we can get it right. Long ball from Dyer towards Son. Here's Kane picking the ball up again, turning off away from Benrek, and he's got Reguilon, who's going to take on Walker Peters on a yellow now, so he's got to be careful. Here's Kane in between Diallo. He's on the left-hand side. Can he get a ball in? It's blocked, and it's going to be a corner to Spurs. Benrek blocks it. But Tottenham looking a bit more dangerous now.
All of that is just like the strength of Kane. Like he could have lost the ball 3 or 4 times. He's still got the ball,
Still gets it through. And it's going to be a corner taken by Son, in-swinger from the left-hand side. Come on, Tottenham.
Come on, Ben Davies.
And Jeff Toten, welcome to Silver. Welcome. Thank you for becoming a member. Much appreciated.
We've got more aerial threat than them, I think, right now. So we should be able to get something.
We've played it short, though. Here's Reggie. Back to Son. Back to Reggie. And we do swing it in, but it's a poor ball and it goes into the keeper's arms.
At least we're trying something different.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm not sure if it was the plan to go back and forth and back and forth. Probably not. Emerson with a clearance. Only towards Stuart Armstrong, but it's gone out for a throw to Southampton. They're definitely more than holding their own at the moment.
Yeah.
They have had, to be honest, credible draws this season against the likes of Man City and Man United.
Yeah.
They drew both those games. They just beat West Ham 2 days ago, so they're definitely capable of getting results.
They're always that team that just comes up with like a shocking result.
Yeah, but then they'll lose to Norwich or something, you know what I mean? Or
Yeah.
they'll lose to someone you expect them to beat. Here's Winks turning away, getting it to Dele, but Salisu with a foul and referee, is he going to book him? No, referee saying be careful. It was a foul by Salisu on Dele Alli. Oh, he is going to call him over. Is he booking him?
It's definitely.
He stamps on his foot there. He's got to be careful.
Reckless.
I don't think you're lucky to get away without a booking there. I think.
I don't think he's been like, it's not vindictive or anything, but he is a dangerous.
Did he get booked in the end? I can't.
I think he just got a warning.
Yeah, he just got a warning. It's going to be Emerson.
The time of the game where we kind of like normally get on the ball a little more, start to take a little bit of control.
Yeah, we haven't been able to keep possession so far, like very effectively. Maybe choose Sanchez turning out of trouble, but dangerously. It's another foul by Salisu. No, it's not. Referee says get up on Dele Alli. Here's Peru. And it's a good block by Emerson.
Emerson's been all right today. He's like, his defensive work's been spot on.
Yeah, he's definitely not giving them much joy, but
we're not getting a chance just yet to.
They're pressing us very intensely in our in our own half.
Yeah.
And it's making it very difficult to build up any sort of play, any sort of passing moves. The only real joy we're getting is playing direct to Kane, isn't it? And then holding the ball up.
Yeah.
Salisu with a long throw. It's Dele with a flick.
That's a goal.
It's a goal! Ward-Prowse! It's fallen to Ward-Prowse inside the penalty area, and he has smashed it home with a brilliant finish, cutting across the ball.
What a finish.
Spurs are 1-0 down here at St Mary's. 25 minutes gone.
And is this the romance over? Is this the fairy tale?
Oh, I think it's too early to say that.
Too early, but even just the fairy tale of keeping,
Dele with wasn't the most convincing clearance, and it's fallen to Ward-Prowse, and he's struck it for a sea of bodies. I think Lloris sees it late. It's a cracking effort. Into the far corner. Ward-Prowse puts Southampton one up. It's a great effort.
As soon as I saw who it was falling to, I was like, oh, that's a goal.
You know he can control an effort. I think Lloris could see it so late, he couldn't really get a hand to that. And Southampton are 1-0 up, and they've probably been slightly the better team so far.
We've been keeping clean sheets. We've been, really good at the back. All we have to do now is just like, hopefully this sparks us into life. Let's start playing football now.
And his Dele turning away from Salisu. He's looking for support. He goes behind for Son. It's a nice ball, but Son can't get ahead of Jan Valery, and he's going to give away a foul, is he? The referee says no. Southampton have the ball, so they play on. Here's Sanchez with the header towards Winks, heading it into Emerson.
A great touch from Winks.
Here's Dele, Emerson. Back. It's got to be a foul, is it? Yeah. Salisu again, and he's going to be booked this time. Yellow card for Salisu, who has been very strong in the tackle so far.
Yeah. And maybe.
Do you think Tottenham maybe looked a bit lackluster so far, or is it just a case of Southampton playing quite well?
Yeah, Southampton are doing really well with this controlling the spaces, pressing really well, some nice slick passing, but yeah, it's just it doesn't look like the.
West Ham are level. Thomas Soucek has just scored for West Ham, and it is 1-1 at Vicarage Road.
Wow. Yeah, it doesn't look like we're fully in our way. Maybe we're just trying to find it, but so far we look a little bit lackluster.
Here's Højbjerg winning the ball off Diallo, and now Winks. Can he play the ball forward? He's got Dele in support. He's looking for a forward pass. He goes long to Reggie. It's not the best ball, and Walker Peters can pick that up. And Fraser Forster now. His kick is intercepted by Winks, and Dele's picked it up.
That there, Dele, come on.
He just about keeps possession. Here's Winks looking for a forward pass again. He plays it quickly to Reggie, flicks it, looking for Kane. But Kane, he's still got it, is he? Oh no, Salisu just nicks it away from him. It looked like it was going to fall to Kane in the box. But unfortunately, Salisu gets the better of it. Here's Dyer down the line for Emerson, who flicks it into Winks. This is better from Tottenham. Here's Dele. Great flick by Dele into Winks in space. He's got Kane. Here's Kane on the edge of the box. looking for a shot, but he can't manoeuvre one. Reggie to Winks. Has he been brought down yet? Yes. Free kick to Tottenham. This is a shooting position. We don't really
nice
have
play from Winks on the build-up there. Like nice little touches around the corner, headers.
A bit better from Spurs.
Stuff.
A bit better, I'd say. It wasn't quite crisp passing, but it was just getting it through.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It just takes a little bit of like confidence builders for a couple moves to work out, and then you start getting in your way. You know, you start getting in that kind of like you remember it's the muscle memory of like, yeah, this is how we do it.
All right, Kane going to take this one, is he?
That's interesting.
It looks like he's got a good 30 yards out, Harry Kane. I do feel like sometimes with Harry Kane, the further it out, the better. Huh? Yeah, 1-1. 2-1 now. Oh, wow, yeah, it is 2-1 to West Ham. Ben Rama has just scored. West Ham now leading 2-1 over Vicarage Road. They've turned it around very quickly.
Damn.
There you go. West Ham are back in the lead. Well, I've taken the lead.
So with Harry Kane here, it's going
Here we go, Harry
the bar
Kane.
or into the wall.
Good 30 yards out he is. Yeah, usually it's into the wall.
This is a good distance.
Yeah, 30, 35 yards probably.
Got our own little mini wall. That kind of makes you think he's going to hit close.
Harry Kane, good on target, but Forster can easily claim it, can hold on to it.
It's a good strategy. Make the hole, shoot fire through the hole.
Well, so half an hour gone. It's not going to plan at the moment. No. Southampton 1-0 up here at St Mary's. Tottenham have struggled to kind of fashion a proper chance. Although there's been opportunities to create chances, we haven't been able to really get a shot on goal yet. Have we had a shot at all?
No.
Except for that one from Kane.
And the thing that we're missing, for me, is Dele's doing nothing, and we really need Lucas. You know, we need someone to get on the ball and just like beat them for pace. We don't have anyone right there, you know, who can set up the front two.
And the problem, I'm worried as well, because the longer this game goes on and we're chasing the game and losing, like, I feel like with Emerson and Reggie being, you know, having played 90 minutes last week, they're going to get more tired, and it's going to be more difficult for them to be as impactful as they can be in the early parts of the game. Yellow card for Ralph Hasenhüttl, who's remonstrating at the referee about something. I love it when a manager gets booked. It's very funny.
He's fuming as well.
He is not happy.
That's a great ball into Kane.
Here's Kane.
So it's here. What's he got off him? That's the thing.
Yeah, not too many options. Højbjerg, though, plays it to Dele, looks for a flick. Oh, if he got that flick off,
yeah, if the flick worked.
Son could have been there, but it just gets intercepted. Now Sanchez gets the ball off Adam Armstrong.
Nice ball backwards inside to Højbjerg.
Here's Højbjerg inside to Reguilon, plays it short to Son. He's got Reguilon in support. He goes for it again, Son. But his pass gets intercepted. Here's Højbjerg.
He had to do the 1-2 quicker there with Reggie because he was through.
Here's Reggie. He's got Son and he's got Dele in support. He goes for Emerson. It's a poor ball from Reguilon. It gets intercepted.
Option, yeah.
And they've got Adam Armstrong in support there. And here is Adam Armstrong, but Lloris is going to come over and put out for a throw.
Yeah, because we're committing a lot forward there. We almost got caught on the break.
Maybe it's a matter of time before he brings on Lucas at half time at this point.
Yeah, it's in games like this where you need kind of Dele to like grit his teeth and put in a good performance. Like, all he's really got is a flick around the corner and a touch, you know, whereas Lucas would take that ball and turn, and he's away, you know?
Another long throw here. They scored from the last long throw, Southampton. So here's Salisu. He's going to play it long again. There's Ward-Prowse again waiting on the edge of the box.
No.
It's bouncing around, but it's been hooked away.
We don't look like we're comfortable in those situations.
No, we don't.
Like getting the header away at the front post. They're getting a lot of knockdowns in.
Oh, Salisu's ball, though, has fallen to Winks, who's intercepted it. Here's Dele. He's looking to take him on, but the thing is with Dele, he's never been good at retaining the ball, shielding the ball.
Yeah.
He always has been very easy to get the ball off, Dele, even in his prime.
Surely you got to beat him there now.
Kane with a through ball. Dele couldn't get there.
He's not got the pace. He's not got the dribbling. Like, he's essentially just going to lose the ball every time he gets in his feet. I think he got
unless he plays it quickly. That's the only thing with Dele.
A little touch.
Yeah, that's why he tries these flicks all the time, because if he doesn't, he'll lose it. Here's Emerson. But sometimes these flicks come off. Winks has been brought down by Long. No, referee says play on. Oh, and handball against Winks. Winks is furious. I think he's got a right to be furious. I think that was a foul. That was a foul, I think. But referee said no.
Tough pass as well, though, because he had two players
into trouble.
in on him.
Yeah, he's barged over. That's a foul.
He's definitely went in his back, yeah.
That's a foul. Can't believe the referee said play on to
But
that.
where's he handballed it, though? So what's he giving the free kick for?
Clay thinks on the floor he's handballed it, I guess.
I think we definitely need to go back for half-time. That's not a good situation. I definitely think he's got to, make a big decision at half-time. We need a little bit more creativity and pace in the middle.
A little bit more, maybe.
You need a little bit more.
Here's Diallo to Salisu. And also, if Lucas, obviously he did work very hard, but, after such a great game last time out, would it not be worth putting him in the start this time just so he can ride that wave of how well he's playing?
Yeah, but the thing with confidence in players is like you can have a player score twice and then, but it's different coming on from the bench though. It's almost like you're starting again. You kind of you play well, your kind of confidence bar is going up, and then you start on the bench and you come on.
Well, even though it's definitely probably a fitness thing that he's on the bench.
Yeah, and you totally know that it wasn't dropped. He's he's earned a rest, but as in from momentum of play,
Ward-Prowse to the corner, headed away, looking for Son. He's being held.
Surely,
and Dele's got it. He's looking for the ball to Kane in behind. He couldn't find it. Kane looking to pick it up, and it's going to be a throw into Tottenham.
You just want a couple of things to start going right for Dele because he's just looking bad right now.
Yeah, he hasn't quite kind of got into the game so far. It's actually a throw into Southampton.
A couple of passes, just not strong enough. And that's the kind of reality of it. Like, one strong performance is not enough to keep you,
He's done well there to get it to Emerson, and Emerson quickly to Kane, and Kane's looking for the run in behind. Here's Son. He's on. Son's taken a bad touch, but he's still got the ball. He's got Emerson in support. Is he going to go alone? He goes alone, and his shot is on target, but straight at Forster.
Probably should have switched it to Emerson early when Emerson.
He said he apologised for not doing so.
This is a great ball in here.
Yeah, good ball from Kane. He just takes it behind him.
Look at the run through there, through the gap, but
goes it alone.
Again, Reggie making that long run into the box and getting nothing.
I know. And here is Armstrong on the right hand side, looking for support. He's got Ward-Prowse there. Ward-Prowse plays an early ball. Good ball as well to Peru or Perard. Salisu. Ward-Prowse. Here's Valerie. And Southampton now keeping a bit of possession.
It's crazy how different we look without Skip as well. Without someone who's just going to go and close down every inch, snatch the ball off someone,
Yeah, we're definitely not winning that midfield battle today, are we?
No.
Here's Armstrong taking on Dyer. He crosses it in the box, and there's that. Walker Peters there. Ward-Prowse on the edge of the box. He cuts across Winks, but he's been tackled. But Bednarek comes forward, and here's Jan Valerie. Down looking for Walker Peters. Son wins it. He's got Kane there. He kind of dribbles into Diallo. But Spurs still have a Winks with a good ball to Kane, but Kane
caught him on his heel.
Yeah, just hits the back of his heel. Good ball by Winks to Kane.
Yeah. See, Winks is having a decent game. We're not quite the same strength without Skip, but he is having a decent game. So, but it's whether you want to bring either Skip on or Lucas on. I think at the moment you probably just bring Lucas on and just get
that extra,
just get some.
Because they leave,
boost to our attack.
Here's Salisu.
Because essentially, Dele Alli is not a threat in the midfield, and he's easy to defend.
Yeah.
Whereas Lucas is a threat in both areas.
That's the thing, and he's a lot more difficult to get the ball off, isn't he,
yeah.
Lucas? Than Dele is. Dele just isn't impacting the game enough where he needs to.
No.
Here's Davis. Back to Lloris. Tottenham being pressured here. Lloris, he's in a muddle. He just about gets it to Ben Davis, and he keeps it away from a corner. Nearly a dangerous moment, but here's Kane. He again holds the ball up, and Højbjerg, oh, he couldn't get it through to Dele, but here's Winks. He plays an early ball through, and Dele, is he through? Dele couldn't hold off Parad. And Forster again comes out early and claims. Spurs, though, they're creating openings, just not making the most of them.
Yeah,
a few times we've done it. Here's Winks to Emerson. Emerson to Kane.
See, Kane, 2 players on him, still keeps the ball.
Here's Dele, 1 player on him, just about keeping it, and he plays it all the way back to Dyer. Here's Højbjerg, flicks it into no one. And Bednarek comes forward, and here comes Southampton. And Shane Long, is he bundled over from Dyer? Referee says no.
Tackle from Dyer.
Here's Winks. He's being pressured by Ward-Prowse, and he's playing all the way back. Here's Lloris.
Yeah. Ward-Prowse is kind of moving like high up in the midfield. He's kind of controlling the midfield.
It's a good clip ball by Lloris into Son, but his flick is going to win a throw into Tottenham.
If the Liverpool game was a nice shop window for Dele, this is the opposite. You know.
Yeah, he's kind of
through balls. He doesn't have the speed.
And to be fair, this is our first away game in the Premier League since Everton, and we didn't win that game either. So we actually haven't won away from home in the Premier League. So then a good ball from Winks as well. Son's in on goal. Oh, it's got to be a penalty. It's got to be a penalty. It's a yeah. It's a penalty. Yeah, it's a penalty. And it's a yellow card. He's off, is he? Salisu's off. Salisu's off. He's been sent off. Son gets the wrong side. Salisu brings him down, and it's going to be a penalty, and it's a definite penalty.
And there's no argument.
It has to be a second yellow. He's about to score. He's lucky it's not a straight red. He's on a yellow, so it's only going to be 1 game. Yeah, it's a definite penalty. He swipes at him. Son gets in front of him, and it's definite penalty. Definite penalty.
Clear penalty.
And he's not even arguing Salisu.
Kane to get his third goal
Kane's going to have a penalty now. And Spurs have a brilliant chance to get back level just before half-time, and Southampton are now down to 10 men. So
couldn't have gone any better.
Couldn't have, and they got all Winks.
Winks, yeah, that's 100%.
Brilliant from Harry Winks.
They put a killer ball in, the ball we needed, and luckily we had the right speed, the right player, the right strength in Son to get past them.
Fantastic.
If that was Dele right there, he just rolls him off the ball before he even gets into the box.
You're right.
Come on, Kane.
All right, Harry Kane, come on, up against Fraser Forster.
I know, we've been ribbing on Forster as well. I hope he doesn't
get a
hand to this.
Harry Kane. Bury this, Kane. Come on, make it 3-3. 3-3, Harry. Come on. I remember Kane actually blazing one over the bar at St Mary's a few years ago. I remember that. He had a divot in the penalty spot. Come on, Harry Kane.
Come on, Harry.
Yay! Top corner! Top corner! Yeah. Harry Kane makes it 1-1, and Spurs now in the ascendancy. You got to say, we're going to have the momentum now. No, you never doubted him. Never doubted him. Brilliant. He goes high, top right-hand corner. Unstoppable, even if the keeper goes the right way. That's a very hard penalty to stop. He loves that side of the goal as well, that penalty.
I always go that side as well. It's the easiest. If you're right-footed, go for that side. Like, hit it with power. There's no chance anyone can save it.
And it's also because they say when you go that side, it's swerving away from the keeper as opposed to when you go inside, it's swerving towards the keeper.
It's going to go in anyway.
Exactly. So 1-1. Harry Kane has 3-3. Spurs are level at St Mary's. Not that we deserve it. And Southampton now down to 10 men as well. So this game is there for the taking now. We have to go on and win. We have to go on and win. Yeah. No excuses. Would you say we've been given a gift there with that penalty?
A gift, but it's been earned. I mean, it's a fantastic ball through. Winks is really showing that we kind of need him to stay.
Oh, what's going on here? They set a regulon. There's the fan shouting off. 3-0 Palace are 3-0 up.
Wow.
It's a long ball. Oh, well, there's nothing in that. Nothing in that. Come on.
A collision. They've run into each other.
Yeah,
there's nothing in that.
Nothing in that. All right, so...
Yeah, no, we earned our way back into that there with that ball through.
But it was exactly what we were saying, though, in terms of Tottenham having openings but not making the most of it. So although on the face of it, it seems like we are having a poor... Which we were. I'm not going to say we were playing well for the first 40 minutes or so. But how many times did Kane or Winks pick up the ball and then there's all that space and if we got the pass right, we're in?
Yeah.
Happened 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
And then on the 5th time, we make it pay. And I kept saying, if we keep getting those opportunities, one of them is going to pay off.
Yeah,
and
but
this
it's like
one
how
did.
much harder, and you have to then wait for your opportunity rather than like having a Lucas on that side or someone with speed who you could have been putting in quite a few times.
Yeah.
You know, every time we get like when we're on the left-hand side, the overlap and run, you have to like kind of get the ball further to Emerson because he's coming from deeper, or you just want someone like to be around that area that you can slide in, you know. And Lucas is normally that. I really do hope that we make some positive, aggressive changes at half-time.
I think so. And I think Conte must see this now as, you know, we're against 10 men. You have to make the most of it, don't you?
Yeah.
It's never he's just run into him. It's never.
collision.
Who has scored the other 2 goals for Palace? It's Mateta and Schlupp. And Edouard has got a goal and 2 assists for anyone who has him in their fantasy teams, which I have in my draft team. So I'm pretty happy with that. All right. West Ham still leading 2-1 at Vicarage Road. Tottenham now back in level terms just before half-time, with Southampton back now down to 10 men. So you've got to think this has to be Tottenham's game now. This has to be Tottenham. For whatever Paul we've played the first 20 minutes, we've got ourselves back in the game, and it has to be ours to win. Here's Emerson.
Emerson's looking comfortable on the ball today. He's not making any mistakes. He's quite solid.
I think so as well. Haven't seen enough of him maybe going forward though, like we did against, because against Palace he was there every time. He was being a real threat.
Yeah.
Maybe he doesn't know, you know, maybe he needs Lucas on his side because they link up quite well together, don't they? Here's Dele out wide to Emerson. Good ball by Emerson into, I think, is that Højbjerg?
Oh, that was
it's Winks actually. But Emerson on the right. Here's Winks though.
Yes,
inside
well
to Højbjerg. He didn't go for Son. He went for Davis.
Davies
to
run
Reguilon.
forward.
Here's Højbjerg.
Stay up there, Davies.
Reguilon. Oh, Davis into Son. Great ball. Son on the wrong side of Walker-Peters. Lays off for Reguilon. Reguilon didn't get the ball in, but here's Davis. Can he get the ball in? He's closed down Ward-Prowse and he goes back, and Tottenham forced all the way back. Now 15 seconds of normal time remaining in the first half. Here's Winks to Højbjerg.
This is where we want to keep the game.
Yeah, just exactly. Pen them in. Here's Reguilon. Oh, he's diving in, and referee's pulled. Oh, he's given a free kick to Southampton. A yellow card for Reguilon.
That went like another way.
Yeah, no, he dived in there. Reguilon.
Oh, did Reggie get the yellow card?
Yeah, Reggie got the yellow.
Yeah,
he's diving in. He's got to be careful there. Look,
he's got the ball.
He kept it under control.
Yeah,
but he's got to be careful. Because those challenges can result in a red so easily if you go a bit high, you know what I mean, and time it a bit wrong.
I mean, if those challenges were getting bookings back in the day,
I know.
Roy Keane would never have played.
Exactly, never, ever.
He'd have been sent off.
He would have been, exactly, he would have played like 10 minutes every 3 matches. 3 minutes? 3 minutes added on the end of the first half.
Long.
Reggie better not even things up though. Now he's on a yellow.
Yeah, that's risky.
Something to be worried about. But here's Southampton. Diallo to who's that? Perard. Taking on Dele and Emerson. He goes on the outside and he wins a throw.
He's getting quite a distance, you know. He probably
and
shouldn't
Perard,
get
he's
that
not happy
far.
with Dele. Squaring up to each other.
It's a difference when you see someone like Skip and Winks when they're trying to get to a guy and like kind of press him and push him out of the game. They get there quite quick and they shut him down. Dele was running at that guy for a while. It took him quite a while to get close to him. And by the time he got close, he was right down by the corner, you know. Oh, he's done well there.
Oh, he's done really well, but Sanchez can get it clear. And it's going to be a throw-in to Spurs.
Yeah, definitely.
They're singing Dele Alli is a wanker in the crowd there. Oh, here's Dele, picks up, and Emerson can clear towards Kane, and it's going to be a throw into Tottenham. Can we get maybe snatch a chance or a goal before in the last minute? We're going to just play out till half-time. Here's Sanchez to Dyer. Looks like we're just going to play around and see and regroup. Ben Davis now.
Oh,
looking for Son, and he's given the ball up. Diallo. Here's Walker-Peters. 20 seconds to go. He plays down the line. Davis, can he clear? He's a throw. It's a throw to Tottenham. Benedict Hampus says, spit us a freestyle, brains. No pressure. Here's Delhi. The wrong side of Bednarek. He goes on the right-hand side. He gets it to Kane. Kane's in the box and he shoot. Oh, he goes for the curler off balance, and it's high and wide. And that is it. It's half-time. It's 1-1 at the break. Tottenham not having the best of times for the first 40 minutes or so. But Son does get the wrong side of Salas, who wins a penalty. And the Spurs have levelled it up just before the break. And now with Southampton being down to 10 men, this is Tottenham's game to lose at the moment. We just need to make sure we don't we approach the second half with in the right way, and we surely have this game.
Yeah, it was an annoying first kind of 15 minutes where we just couldn't get a grip of the game, you know. And then as soon as that ball falls to Ward-Prowse, it's just the guy's got so much skill. You know, like most players are going to smash that over the bar, and he just like perfectly, you know, aims it into the corner. It's we've got a bit of luck there with that red card. You know, I think he's got to make some changes, and we can move forward. We could get like 3, maybe 4-1 if we actually came out to play in the second half. Lucas and Skip, maybe even Højbjerg, maybe even give Højbjerg a rest. You know, I wouldn't really take off Winks right now because he's the only one who's, you know, kind of creative. But bring on maybe Skip and bring on Lucas, and I think we should be able to take this game.
What do you think was going wrong in the first 35 minutes or so?
Losing the midfield battle for sure. Like, weren't closing down enough, giving them too much space to work. Then when we got on the ball at the defence, they kind of initiate a high press, closing us out, you know, stopping our kind of quick through ball, you know, breaks. And I think it's also because we never really had much to aim at the kind of the top end of the arrowhead of the kind of the midfield. So constantly having to look for Kane to come, and then you've only got Kane to do some magic ball to Son. It's just not really the way you want to work. So it hasn't looked like we've played. Delhi, it's been a troubling one for him. He's not really shone today, and I think that's the easy sub to make.
You think you'd take him off at half time?
Yeah, I would. I just wouldn't risk it anymore. I wouldn't risk them getting back into the game. If we don't come out firing in the next 10, 15 minutes and kill the game dead, I think it could just go late, and, you know,
they start getting settled, entrenched in their area, and all of a sudden they're sitting back and making it difficult for us, and that's what we want to avoid. We want to make sure we get an early goal in the second half, and as soon as you go to take the lead against 10 men, it becomes near impossible for them to get back in the game.
Yeah, and right now Conte,
I think, because you always hear this thing, you know, when people say, you know, sometimes it's even harder to play against 10 men. You know, you hear that sometimes. People say that. Yeah. But I think people always never realise that's only when you're losing. Yeah. Or like if the 10 men are winning, basically. Yeah. If the 10 men have a goal up, and then they go down to 10 men, then it can be a lot more difficult, because they kind of. Because sometimes when you're 1-0 up, right, you don't know whether either you go for the second goal or you defend your lead. That's always a thing. And when you go down to 10 men, it kind of makes your choice up for you. It's we're defending our lead because we're 1-0 up. Yeah. And that's when it becomes more difficult to play against 10 men. But when that 10 men team are not winning, or they're losing even, there's no argument to say it's easier to play against 10 men. Yeah, and
it takes away the. You know, if their strategy now was to kind of manage the game, or like kind of try keep us fall deep, try keep us at 1-1, they don't really have the option of like, let's throw on another attacker. They don't really have anyone right now who's available. Like, let's go for the gusto, you know, like let's go for it. They don't have that option, because then they would just be so open at the back. Who's gonna, you know, they lost a defender, so they have to put someone else, bring a defender on, put someone else back there, play a different formation. The entire initiative's in our hands. So does Conte go, well, let's see how it goes. with this format, give it a little bit longer, or this is when we have to kill it. So I need killers on. And
I think now this would, especially with the formation, we have to go to a 3 up top. With now they're down to 10 men, and especially with defender going, we have to go with the 3 up top because it just allows us more options when going forward. And when a team like down to 10 men like that, they're going to make it very difficult for you to break them down. They're going to try anyway. So you got to make sure you got as many quality options in that final third as possible to try and pick them out.
Yeah.
And that's what we have to try and do, I think, in the second half. Because I think only having the 2 up top, which it can be good, and I actually think in a weird way, because as much as we didn't play well, like that chance that we did create and get the penalty from, like you could see that coming.
Yeah.
You could have seen that coming before.
Yeah.
That wasn't the first time that got through.
And I think it worked, yeah.
And that's why he played the 2 up top, because he saw, like for example, against Liverpool and that's Kane and Son are so good at exploiting the space when it's left for them. And Southampton were leaving so much space for us, so it could have worked. But now Southampton aren't going to leave that space. They're going to be sitting deep. So we have to make sure we have an extra body there, an extra option that we can pick out and actually make the most of.
Yeah, like interestingly, it's utilizing like that, the kind of the third attacker. So what I was seeing in that half is that Dele was, at times he was popping up just as the kind of the guy on that side. But what Lucas does a lot is kind of, he goes deep and then he cuts and he kind of creates the space all of a sudden. The channels open up when he can beat a person in turn. And if he's not doing that, then if Dele's going to play that entire half with his kind of back to goal, it really shuts down all the angles, So then you're forcing Kane, who is a person you want to kind of be slipped in rather than, do the slipping in. And Son is on the other side of him. It's just, you need someone, you need a Bergwijn or you need a Lucas. I think Lucas is the person on form, so I think you bring him in and you just let them have fun. This is the game now where they are really depleted. We could kill them dead in the next 25 minutes.
Yeah, we have to really go for it now. That's the thing, and we have to make sure that we're in. I think, yeah, definitely. So it's 15 minutes or so in the second half. We have to really push hard for that goal and make sure we get it.
Because also you want to kind of get 2 or 3 goals, and again, you probably want to take Kane off and you want to take Son off. You probably even want to take Reggie off.
Because we've got another game when we're playing Sunday next, Saturday. Sorry. So, but yeah, it was a good run from Son, and we got the penalty. But in terms of at the moment, Emerson and Reguilon haven't been as involved going forward and things like that. Do you expect that to change now going in the second half? Maybe they can have more of an influence.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, like especially if there's a wily kind of winger who's going to cut in and then leave the space behind him for Emerson to run in behind. That always works really well, and that's what defenders look at. Like if you're the left-sided defender and you've got someone like a Lucas running around, your mind has to track him, even if your legs don't. And so when he gets the ball and you're the player who has to go close to him, all you do is you leave that gap in behind for Emerson. But then Emerson's got to get there. And I think that's the only way of it happening. Like you've seen a couple times so far, Emerson's got the ball, and where's he got? He's not got a ball down the line. He's not really got a ball inside. He has to kind of go back. And that's the problem. That's what, so our whole right side just doesn't really function right now.
Do you think he'll make a sub at half-time?
I think, one of these are the kind of the situations where you probably could give it like 5-10 more minutes and then go for it and make a couple of subs, because you also have to worry about not kind of hurting people's confidence too much. But I just don't. But
also you got to take into consideration, can he take Dele off at half time, because we have players who are going to have to come off because of fitness problems, right? Yeah. But Dele didn't play. Did he play at all 2 days ago against? So like he's one of the players who you're going to have to rely on to play most of the game today, aren't you? Yeah. So you can't really take him off early, really, because what if Emerson or Reguilon pull up? You're going to have to take them off.
That goal came. Their goal sliced off Dele's head, and he never got out to the ball quick enough.
No, he didn't.
So it's kind of like, this is where I just think sometimes you have to be a bit of a bastard. You have to be strong. You're like, look, this player, even in defence, is not doing well, and in the midfield, he's not doing well. He's got nothing up front. He's slow. He doesn't get to the ball fast enough. And to be honest, like this doesn't look like Dele, because I thought he had legs in him. This looks like a fatigued Dele. He's just out of form all of a sudden. He's only played one game in a week or so.
Yeah, he shouldn't be fatigued or anything. That's got nothing to do with it.
But he was just slow and lackluster to every ball in that half.
Adam D says Emerson has been our best player, no doubt. Do you agree with that? Do you think he's been our best player?
No, I thought Kane looks. I thought everything ran through Kane in that half, and I thought Winks was really good. I thought Winks was making most things happen. He got caught on the ball once, but then he won the ball back, and that's important because that kind of, it's like every mistake drains your confidence bar. I always view it like that, like a confidence bar, and like a Street Fighter game or something. Like everything you do adds up, bloop, 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 and then you do a mistake, it's like, and so, but and he wins the ball back, it's like
back up again.
So, and so after that, I thought he was the person who was getting on the ball. He took all responsibility a lot of the time away from Højbjerg. He got on the ball. He made things happen. Every time he got the ball there, I was thinking, like, what's he going to do here? And he most of the time, like 90% of the time, he found a great pass.
He was playing some really good positive moves forward, and obviously that's where the goal came from as well.
Yeah.
So I think Winks, I agree with you, he's had a really strong performance in central midfield.
I would say that Emerson's been strong on the ball. He hasn't done really anything wrong. It's just that as a wing-back, and maybe it's because of Dele is ahead of him that he's not getting into those positions. But I wouldn't say a wing-back's having a great game until he's been up and down the wing,
Joshua Bonner says, not enough movement from Winks or Højbjerg to support. That's what he claims. Not enough movement in the central areas.
Does he mean not enough movement for players to support them?
I guess so. Maybe forward. I'm not very clear. But that's what he said in the super chat. That's what he had to say.
Because I think Winks' movement was pretty good in that. If anything, I didn't really see much of Højbjerg in that half. But he is kind of, I guess, playing in the deep CDM role. So
the Irish Hotspur says, Sim man, we have had some tough times defending Kane, but he is now repaying us.
Absolutely. Yeah, he's back in form. 3 goals, 3 games. You cannot argue. And there was tough times you were having to say, every other call-in, people were saying, it's 8 games in a row now, it's 9 games in a row now, it's 10 games in a row now, and you were having to be like, hey, look, it doesn't matter, you can.
I remember.
I was ragging on him as well for a bit, but I was also saying, but you can't take him out of the team. You just can't, because you have to. With a player like that, look what happens. Like once they get 1 and then 2, and as soon as they get 3, then it's going to be 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's beautiful to see. For even before he started to get these 3 goals, it did look like his form was getting better and better. His touch, his passing,
and I saw his performances get better just even without scoring since Conte came in. Yeah. His performances were automatically getting better, so it was just a matter of time really after that until we start scoring goals again. And now it's 3 and 3 for him. So very happy for Harry Kane. And there is reports from I think the Athletic reporting yesterday that City might still have strong interest in Harry Kane. Do you think there's any chance that deal gets done?
No, I think Kane stays now. I think Kane stays at the very least to the end of the season, and if we're in Champions League, then I think he stays 1 more.
Yeah.
And I'd love to just,
I think Conte must have changed a lot for Kane in terms of his mind and what he heard. Because when you're here and you've wanted to leave, and we appoint Nuno, who's such an underwhelming appointment, and we don't have the best summer in the world.
Yeah, of course you're going to.
Of course you're going to think because he wanted to leave, and then we did nothing to arrest any of the reasons he wanted to leave. But now we are. Now we're going Conte. Now we've got Paratici. Now we got things are moving for Tottenham. So he's got to start looking at the situation and thinking, okay, maybe there is something happening here.
Yeah, and Conte is like the Wonka ticket. He's the golden ticket, because before, if you'd gone to transfer markets, imagine you were going to this January market with Nuno. Who's going to want to come play for him? It's dead. But now you got Conte, and it's like, all right, so Kane will be feeling like he is going to bring in someone who I can play off, who I don't have to play every single game, that can take a rest.
There is a bit of ambition at this club, maybe.
Yeah.
That's what he has to be thinking when he sees that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Vinny Darby says, I can't lie, I don't like Højbjerg at all. He's a B-Tech skip.
How dare you?
What do you think of Højbjerg's performance today? Do you think he's been...
Today, yeah, it's not been the best. And he's been hot and cold of late, but I can't bring myself to say too many negative things about him. I know he's a really good player. He's so strong, and he's been so strong for us for so long. if you're going into the January market and you're looking for another midfielder, yeah, if you get someone who's a Grealish or a Kessie, sure, then I would be saying, yeah, maybe give Højbjerg more of a rest. But no, not at the moment. Not at the moment. I think he's too strong. Although, I would say you could bring off Højbjerg for Skip.
I think last season, you know, Højbjerg was obviously so crucial to where we played. Here we go. Matt Doherty's come on for Reguilon. So Reguilon must have had, because first he's on a booking, isn't he? And maybe he's a bit tired. So that's not the best, is it, that Reguilon's had forced off. So Matt Doherty on for Reguilon for the second half at St. Mary's.
Is that the only sub?
Yeah, looks like it. That must be an enforced sub, I'm guessing. It must be enforced.
Yeah.
Because he's on a booking and tired, probably both those things. So Doherty's going to play left wing back for the second half. That's a bit of a bummer.
Interesting to see how many times he gets the ball into the box, because I don't think it's
imagine Doherty scores a winner now after I said that. That'll be fun. But,
that'd be amazing.
But yeah, Doherty is on the left-hand side, people, so that's going to be interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. What can we say about that?
Yeah. Not
Like,
much we can say about that.
You'd imagine
people say, "Where's Sessignon?" He is still out injured.
You can imagine maybe like Conte getting like something out of him at right back, but
a left wing back. Yeah, I see that being a very difficult day for him. Although he has had some good games for Ireland at left wing back, but that's more like as a defensive kind of thing. He's kind of doing it. Like when their backs against the wall and he's not had to go forward. And this half, he's going to be tasked with trying to, obviously providing an extra option and going forward.
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting because every time he's going to get the ball, he's going to have to cut inside, isn't he, and swing it in. That's the only way.
And it's going to force us down the right side, which we've not been strong on this game.
His winks. So the second half is underway, people.
So you've not got a strong left side and you've not got a strong right side. It's going to force things maybe through the centre, and then you've got Dele, who's not really playing that great in the centre. So
here's Doherty's first touch, gets it to Højbjerg.
Yep.
And
he got to move the ball quicker as well there. Like at that point, there was a ball over the top for Emerson, and Højbjerg just didn't go for it.
And you can't let things settle, because sometimes I remember against Palace, because they were down to 10 men. One set, Højbjerg through to Kane. Kane's got it. Emerson's there. Looking to put it through, but it's just under hit. And Shane Long's picked it up, and he's on looking for a breakaway for Southampton. Tottenham have all their players back, though, so Southampton going to be forced back here. Unless they can find nothing.
Some time to get back.
It's 3-1 at West Ham. West Ham have scored again. Watford 1, West Ham 3, and it's Jared Bowen with the goal. So West Ham 3-1 up at Vicarage Road, and definitely win if they get that 3 points they definitely needed, considering their form. So Jared Bowen has put West Ham 3-1 up.
How many points are we ahead of West Ham right now?
Depending on what happens now in this game. At the moment, before today, we're 1 point ahead with 2 games in hand. It's
not really enough, is it?
Oh, we've got 2 games in hand, though, don't we?
Yeah.
But we need to win today for sure. If we win today, we obviously... Is he onside? Yeah, I think he's onside there. Jared Bowen. All right.
I would have brought on Gill for
on the play on the left.
Yeah.
So long ball forward looking for Dele. Oh, it's a VAR. They are VARing it, actually. For a foul on Dennis by Soucek. I mean, that was a foul.
It does look like a foul.
Yeah, they're going over to look at it, I think. I think the ref's going over to look at it. So this could be ruled out for West Ham. Soucek does foul Dennis. Doesn't get any of the ball. Anyway, here's going on to the Spurs game. Matt Doherty now.
Having Doherty on the left as a left wing back is like having a bang out of form Winks playing in the middle. He just constantly has to go backwards. Doesn't have anything. No positivity.
No goal. Foul.
Nice.
West Ham's goal has been ruled out. Still 2-1 at West Ham. Good ball by Winks to Doherty. He's on the left-hand side. First time to attack. He cuts inside and puts a good ball in. And it's actually a pretty decent player, but Dele couldn't get on the end of it. Here's Davis, who takes a bad touch, but he picks it up. Son has played a bad ball, and Southampton on the break, but there's Davis back in.
Everyone's got back quite well there.
Done well. And Southampton are forced backwards.
Nice.
And Tottenham now retrieve the ball.
Yeah, that's the positive, is that Southampton don't really have anything, you know?
What I was going to say is sometimes when you are playing against 10 men, though, it's very easy for you, because you got a lot of the time so much. You always kept it in on the left-hand side.
Constantly having to cut on his right.
Yeah, he has to. He can't go on the outside, can he? But here's Son. He's going to look for Emerson. It's a great ball. Emerson's there on the right-hand side, but he can't get a ball in.
It's just always going to bounce.
Yeah, it's a bit too high for him. And it's going out for a goal kick. Sometimes it's easy when you've got so much possession, because you're playing against someone, to just play it around and like not think about how to actually penetrate that back line, because you're just thinking, oh, this is too easy. We're playing it around. For about a 20-minute spell against Palace, that was the case before we actually started to really take them to the sword. But I just hope we don't fall into that again today. We just want to make sure we're always looking to penetrate that defence.
That was nice what Doc did a couple of minutes ago.
It was, actually.
He just cut really quickly and get a fast cross in. He needs to kind of like get Conte in his ear like he was with Winks.
Musa Sissoko nearly just scored for Watford. That would have been sweet. But save by the keeper. Here's Dyer. Harry Winks. He's looking for a forward pass. He's got Dele on the right. He goes for Sanchez. Sanchez coming forward. Here's Emerson on the right hand side. He's got three in the middle. Dele, Kane, and Son.
We have three central attackers. Like, there's got to be diagonal runs.
He goes, it's going to be a free kick to Spurs.
Do you see what's happening there? Like, Dele's either got to go and give him the kind of short pass or cut in front of him, you know. But he's running the same place as Kane's running.
Son. They're in the same position. And it's very hard to find. It's a yellow card for Stuart Armstrong, I think, is it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a yellow card. Yeah, that's a bad one as well. Free kick to Spurs.
Sometimes Dele gets caught between am I a striker here or am I a midfielder, you know? Because he should have been the closest to him for a little cut back.
True.
Son on the ball for a free kick now.
Son whips it in near post, and it's been flicked on. I think as the offside flag up or something. Or flicked on by Dyer into Forster's arms. Yeah, we're all offside again.
Why are we like?
It's happened every time. We can't.
Our runs are too early.
Way too early. And Southampton are keeping that high line.
But it's interesting that they are trying like different techniques, like in one of the corner in the last game where
mixing
Harry
up
Kane
a bit,
kind of got to the front post type thing. So it's not that same easy to defend
near post corner that we always do. Oh, here's Doherty to Dyer.
Nice.
Gets on his chest. I was worried because Doherty went straight for on goal to Adam Armstrong. He would have been getting pelters. So looks like Adam Armstrong's moved over to the left-hand side as well, actually. Here's Sanchez to Winks. Winks goes long to Kane. Is he onside? Kane is from goal. Harry Kane! Yay! Is he onside? It's a goal. It's a goal. Referee's given it. What a brilliant ball by Harry Winks. And Harry Kane takes it in his stride and just fires it past the keeper. And within 7 minutes, Spurs have taken the lead. It's 2-1.
Brace for Kane.
Brace for Kane and another brilliant through ball from Harry Winks. Let's see this. Is he onside here? I think he's off, actually. I think he might.
Now, if you look along the lane, I think he's been playing.
Maybe it's very tight. VAR will definitely have a look at this. It's an unbelievable clip over the top by Harry Winks. Harry Kane takes a brilliant touch inside.
Ball by Harry
Great
Winks.
Touch and just brilliant finish past Forster.
Perfect touch.
Is he onside? Yeah, into
Soft
his stride.
Feet. Perfect touch.
One touch and strike by Harry Kane. You can't let him. Is he onside? From the replay, it looked very tight.
If you look at along the lines, I think he was being played on.
They'll definitely take a look at this VAR.
Centre back. Oh, it's been given.
It's been given. He's here. I think the check's still ongoing. No, he's offside. I think he's offside. Yeah, I thought so.
No,
I thought he looked just offside. The goal's been ruled out. It was a brilliant goal. Such a shame to rule it out.
That's so annoying. Go on.
Yeah, I think he was just
See, I
off.
thought if you look how
It must be his shoulder. Maybe his forward shoulder is just off. It's very close. Yeah, look, I told you, it's a shoulder.
Yeah.
It's very close. It's millimeters. It's millimeters. God. It's unlucky, but
what a ball from Winks. What a ball.
Harry Winks is denied a brilliant assist, unfortunately.
But we've got the initiative now.
Oh, but here's Stuart Armstrong. Southampton have got in the box, and Ward-Prowse goes for the effort, and it's going to go through to Hugo Lloris.
Yeah, they got in a little bit.
A long ball, quick by Lloris, and Kane takes it down and plays it through to Son. Son's 1-1 with the defender. If he can beat him, Jan Valery. Here's Son. Goes on the outside and goes for goal, and it's a good block from the defender. And Southampton come away with it.
Again.
Here's Walker-Peters.
They're vulnerable at the back.
They're definitely vulnerable.
So vulnerable. God, I'd love to see Lucas come on right now. That side is...
There's space for us, man. There is space. It's going to be a throw-in to Southampton. They're checking a penalty at Vicarage Road to West Ham at the moment. Could be a penalty to West Ham. VAR are checking. Such a shame when millimeters like that rule out a goal, isn't it? And
when it's such a beautiful goal,
close one. It was such a close one.
In situations like that, like that, the striker gets the benefit of the doubt. He's so millimeters off that it's not really an advantage.
You can't really tell. Yeah. Here's Winks.
Lovely works from.
Good play from Winks. Referee's going to look at the monitor at Vicarage Road. It looks like he's going to give a penalty to West Ham. Here's Winks to Emerson.
Someone's got to be making a run for him. Again, Dele, you're doing the same thing as Kane is. You've got to be making a move for him.
Yeah, penalty to West Ham. But here's Spurs. Here's Kane. Can't wriggle away. Oh, and Ward-Prowse wriggles away. Dele gets a tackle on, but Southampton play on. Oh, Spurs win it back. Here's Dele. Son. Away from Ward-Prowse. Out wide to Emerson. He's got Kane in the box. He's got Dele and Højbjerg running in. He goes on the outside, and
too easy to defend.
And it's going to be a corner.
It's that thing again of him overthinking when he's got the ball at his feet. It's just like, you've got the space, swing it in. Don't wait for them to all get back and reform, you know? Emerson's got such potential if he gets over that overthinking thing. He does it every time.
Son plays a short corner to Winks. Back to Son. Can he swing it in? Go on the outside, Son. He cuts inside. He digs out across, and it's going to be a corner again.
Nice work, Son.
Corner penalty to West Ham. It's 3-1 again this time. Noble sends the keeper the wrong way, and West Ham do lead 3-1 eventually at Vicarage Road. It's cornered Spurs. Heung-min Son plays it short to Winks again, who plays it back to Son, and he's going to then he fires it near post, and again it's cleared away.
Yeah, he's saying someone has to get to the front post as well. Like,
here is who's taking it? Winks? No, it's Emerson.
Yeah, I think you want to get Winks on the ball there.
Here's Højbjerg, who's going to square it to Davis. Doherty. Here's Ben Davis. To Dyer. Tottenham just playing it around. Winks on the right hand side to Emerson. Sorry, to Sanchez. Sanchez cuts inside, does well. Plays it to... looking for Dele. But unfortunately under hit the pass. Dyer, though, picks it up. Well done. On his chest.
Switch that.
Here's Winks to Doherty.
Someone's got to give him an option down the line. Surely Son's got to get across there.
Here's Ben Davis to Dyer. Looking for options. Southampton being very resolute. Here's Winks. He's looking for the ball into the box. He decides against it. Out wide to Sanchez again. Here's Winks. Højbjerg. Out wide. Here's Doherty. Is he going to swing a ball in? He goes inside to
Back
Højbjerg.
to Davies.
Here's Ben Davis now. He can swing it, surely. He does. And Son gets a flick. It's going to be a corner.
Yeah.
Flicked off the defender and just goes wide. It's going to be a corner to Spurs.
And maybe that's the option down that side.
Yeah,
is that
get it to Davis because he's the
overruns
one who
him.
can go on the outside.
But we are just kind of lacking a little bit of inventiveness in the final third right now.
His Son. Sim needs glasses, someone said. Son with a corner. Had it out. Here's Winks. Son on the left-hand side now. Taking on Walker Peters. Goes on the outside, back inside. Here's Winks. Is he going to cross it in? He goes. So ball to 0-2 over hit, and it's into Forster's arms.
And this looks tough for us at this point, where they just kind of sit deep, and we have to kind of like just try over and over.
So
penetrate
close
them.
this. So close from Kane. Thought it was a perfectly timed run, but his shoulder was offside. It was such a good finish as well.
And I think that movement there has kind of forced them to go, look, we've got to sit deeper. You know,
That was
because
the warning
that
sign they
ball was
needed.
on. If we kind of let them come on a little bit and then try break.
Oh, here's Walker
They're open.
Peters for Southampton. Davis gets a touch on it, but Stuart Armstrong gets out to Parrard. And now Stuart Armstrong. So Walker
worrying.
Peters on the right-hand side take on Doherty. His ball in the box is away by Davis.
All right, son.
And Spurs now can get it away. Here's Winks. Turns away from Diallo. Oh, he lost it, though. Second time he's lost in a dangerous position like that. Here's Stuart Armstrong. Deflection, and here they want a penalty. It was into Dyer. They're all shouting handball. Not the players, though. Only the fans, really. Long ball from Lloris looking for Kane.
Go on,
Is
Harry.
he in the muscle off Jan Valery? He does. He can't take it into his stride, though, and Southampton pick it up. I think we need to make a change.
We need reinforcements big time.
Did anyone strip? Yeah, and just as we said that, there's Lucas on the touchline.
Thank God for that.
Lucas is set to come on for Tottenham.
It's got to be Delhi.
Here's Forster. Stuart Armstrong. Davis gets a good foot in, but Southampton picking up, and they're having a bit of spelled possession, even with 10 men. It's Walker Peters to Armstrong to Ward-Prowse. And Diallo plays out wide. Here's Perrard.
He's got too much time on the ball there.
He's
as well.
crossing the box. Dyer can get it away. He picks up and
That's a
he's
foul on Dyer.
Is that a foul?
surely.
No, it's going to be a
What?
throw into Southampton. Dyer
tackle
is
from behind on
Dyer not
Dyer.
happy. Nah,
No.
never a penalty.
Shoulder anyway.
Sub being made yet? Yep, Dele off.
Oh, thank God.
And
Thank
Lucas is
God.
coming on.
Sigh of relief.
Not
Jesus.
his best day again for Dele, unfortunately
No.
for him. Oh, he's only lasted an hour, and here comes Lucas Moura.
It's got to be a wake-up call when Eddie Howe is saying that he's not interested in Delhi.
Is that what he said? Is
He
he?
doesn't work hard enough.
Is that what he said?
Yeah.
Where did he say that?
I
see
was
that.
couple of. I think it might.
Oh,
have been,
someone's down injured now. Who's that?
It might have even been on a match of the day or something like that. It was actually a show where they were saying that he's got a few targets that he wants, but he doesn't want any players who are like Martials and Dele Allis, who are not hard workers.
Who's this? Is a Tottenham player down? No,
I think I
it's
said
Armstrong. Because after just making a sub, we don't really want an injury, do we?
Yeah, no, that'd be worst case scenario.
As Adam Armstrong off, going off injured from the sideline. He'll come back on though in a sec.
I just think Lucas is going to give us such a different look now on that right side.
And it should be a 3 up front now as well.
Yeah.
Definitely more particular.
He can also just drop in, pick up the ball, and then the other two can run off him.
All right, so we've got half an hour to win this game, Tottenham. Come on, still got time on our side. Got plenty of time. Just got to make sure we get that goal as soon as possible.
Against 10 men, this shouldn't be the hardest thing in the world, but
Here's Lucas straight away, picking up Kane, trying to hold off Bednarek, but he gets a touch on it, and Diallo holds off Kane. Winks is trying to challenge, win the ball off. He doesn't get it, and here's Armstrong for Southampton. He has a go.
crazy. having a
Blocked
go
off
through there.
Dave by Davis, and here's Son on bringing the ball forward for Tottenham. Doherty. inside to. Oh, it's not good. He plays it to Dyer, but yeah, it was so close to it. He plays it with such strength, like no reason for it. Here's Højbjerg.
Okay, go for the switch now.
Do you consider maybe an Ndombele for Højbjerg or one of Højbjerg? Or well, I guess you can't now. We've got 2 in the middle.
Yeah, no, I think if anything, maybe a skip for Højbjerg.
Skip for Højbjerg.
Yeah, because he can still do stuff. He can break out.
Oh, here is Højbjerg to Emerson. Can't get it down though. And Southampton coming away with it. It's going to be a throw into Tottenham.
Yeah, I just worry about like I think the creative move is kind of Lucas on. I think if you weaken up the midfield a bit too much, they're saying that they do have only 10 men, so maybe one of them is fine.
Here's Højbjerg to Doherty. He's got Son on the byline there. He's got Kane. He goes inside to Højbjerg. He's looking for options and he's struggling to find them. Here's Davis. Dyer.
It's because they decided to sit so deep now.
Would you consider maybe taking off one of the 3 centre-backs when they're down to 10 men?
Yeah, I mean, they could do going into like a back 4, but I don't know. I think that's a big part of our strength, really.
Doherty with the ball in the box. He's got Emerson there. He doesn't quite win the header, but Winks picks it back off the left back. Perard. And here's Sanchez. We're putting on the pressure. And Lucas, could he get a run on them? He goes out wide to Winks. He goes down the line to Son. It's a great ball. Here's Son on the byline. Across the face of goal, and it's going to be a goal kick.
What?
It went off Kane, they're saying. Great ball again from Winks, I have to say. Look at this.
Work.
Brilliant ball to Son in behind.
He's making
great timing. Great way of pass. Here's Son on the byline.
Oh, it's come
back off Son.
Yeah.
Son's looking for Kane, but it's, just comes back off Son, and it's going to be a goal kick.
Promising though, but we need to start get like a really strong passage of play where we actually look attacking. You know, where we actually start making some really nice through balls. Because we're just still a little bit lackluster off the ball. There you go, switch it out.
Here's Kane. It's Lucas. Oh, he can't take under. If he does, could have played it to Son. Here's Shane Long. Someone's down. Davis was down, but no free kick or anything. Spurs have it back. Here's Winks. Lucas.
Come on, Lucas.
Looking for support. He's got Son there. He's looking for the ball. Son leaves it for Emerson. Here's Winks looking for the back post. Forster's there. And dropped it! It's a goal! Oh, it's a goal!
Surely!
What's happened there? Oh, referee's blown up.
Not again.
Free kicks given to Southampton. Surely VAR will check this.
Look at that. What's he done?
What's happened here? Winks plays it in. Forster comes to claim it. Has he got 2 hands on it? Has he got...
What?
Is there a foul?
How could he be...
Doherty jumps into Forster.
He's just dropped the ball.
I think he's just dropped it. I think he's lucky to get away with that, Forster. Let's see this. Oh, no, he doesn't catch it. He doesn't even catch it. He doesn't catch it. How is that a foul? Oh, it's play on.
God.
Oh, that's ridiculous. He just dropped it. That is not a foul. That is not a foul.
That is crazy.
They are lucky there, Southampton. Absolutely lucky there.
2 goals.
Why does VAR not check that?
How dare he wipe Doherty's only goal?
How does VAR not check that?
I thought that went to VAR.
He went completely through his arms.
Yeah.
He was challenged by the keeper, by Doherty.
Like the push made his arms.
I don't think that's a foul. I don't think that's a foul. That looked like a goal to me. I think they're lucky there, Southampton.
That's shocking stuff, man. How did it not go to VAR?
Here's Son to Kane. Here's Lucas. Come on, Winks. Spurs have 2 goals now ruled out for VAR. Lucas ball through to Kane. Oh, but Winks is there. And here's Son. Oh, it's a handball. Another could have been a goal there, but Winks controlled it with his hand, apparently. And it's going to be a free kick, Southampton. Time ticking away here at St. Mary's. Is this... That goes straight through his arms. I'm sorry.
Is this going to be one of these games where it's just chance after chance? Are they saying like the impact of the attempt kind of knocked the ball out of his hand?
The Mark Hamburg saying it wasn't a foul.
Wow.
Mark Hamburg saying it's not a foul.
We've been completely robbed.
I think we've been robbed. Yeah, completely robbed there. That's not a foul.
He's just dropped the ball.
I understand if he's got the ball and then Doherty barges into him and he drops it.
Yeah,
that is not what happened. That is not what happened whatsoever. Here's Shane Long with a ball in the box, and there's Lloris to pick it up.
All right, let's get something going. Let's go.
Højbjerg to Winks. Quick to Lucas. Turns away. Oh, he's looking. Oh, he's lost the ball, Lucas. And Perard looks for a shot. Oh, but his shot is looking to Emerson. Here's Lucas.
Lovely ball.
To Højbjerg. He's got Son on the left. Oh, he goes a good ball.
He's got him. Overlap him.
Son.
Overlap him.
To Doherty. Oh, he's shot. Doherty with a massive chance and Forster with the save. Is that a goal kick again?
Doherty's had 2 chances.
No, it's a free. Josh Smith says, this is embarrassing from VAR. We should be 3-1 up. Son to Doherty on the overlap. Oh, it's a good save from Forster.
Doherty's unlocked.
But on the, if that's Reggie on his left foot, we have a better chance. There. It's not. It's a corner, surely.
But we're starting to get into those positions. We weren't really getting into those positions with Reggie on. So
it's going to be a corner. Son, come on. Headed away. Doherty. Oh my word! God. What is that? And again, he has 2 swipes at it. 2 terrible. And dude. Winks got booked. It looks like. Looks like Winks got booked from something.
I hope this doesn't turn out to be just errors everywhere. Like keeper, ref errors. Silly
hope it doesn't cost us.
From us.
Be a substitute somewhere.
20 minutes. Come on. This shouldn't be.
They're making a sub. Is that a handball there from? Oh yeah, it was a handball from Winks.
Try to carry the ball through.
Shane Long off.
Is it Redmond on? It's the only. Who's on? Oh. Brozia's actually pretty decent. Damn. Yeah, this kid's pretty good. I'm surprised that they didn't start with him. He's actually a really good player, Brozia. So they're going to try and go for this. So this.
No, I think it's just a sub for striker.
Yeah.
So they're just getting some more energy at the front line, just in case a counter happens. Probably. Dyer with the header, looking for Kane. He's being held off, but they've given the ball to us.
Yeah. See, their defense is shaky. We should be able to get something out of this here.
Here's Davis to Dyer. Sanchez. Here's Winks. Looking for forward pass. He gets out to Emerson.
He's not really got any options. Someone's got to give him options.
It's like if Winks ain't playing the ball and no one else can play it at the moment. It doesn't seem.
I don't know whether it's because they've got that 4 in the midfield. They just fall into a strong line and it just kind of shuts all the options off.
Here's Højbjerg. Winks. Lucas now. Take him on.
Yeah, go for it.
Here's Sanchez to Emerson. Son's there. Back to Emerson. Sanchez again. Tottenham playing the ball around but finding it very hard to break him down. Here's Højbjerg. He's got Davis there. Here's Lucas. Oh, he takes a bad touch. But Spurs just penning them in at the moment.
That's what I was saying about that kind of you're in good form and then you've been on the bench for half a game and you come on and all of a sudden it's why isn't everything working?
It's not as easy.
Yeah.
Here's Sanchez.
Every player needs a good, normally a good 5-10 minutes run to get the legs going again.
Emerson taking him on. Oh, it's a good ball. Here's Son in the box. Oh, and his ball is blocked by Bednarek and it falls to the keeper. Another good ball, I think that's from Winks into Son.
I really hope these dreadful ref decisions are not going to completely screw us here.
At the moment, 18 minutes to go, so time is starting to run out.
Slipping away, and we're going to get more anxious and more.
Yeah, that's what I worry. We need to be just patient. Keep that patience, because once you start panicking and rushing things, that's when things can go wrong. Here's Højbjerg. to Son, laying off for Winks. Oh, it's a great ball from Winks, but it's just overhit actually, and Forster can get there. Nice idea from Winks though.
Yeah.
Ah!
Oh, Brian.
And Brian Hill is coming on.
For who?
Who do we reckon? One of the centre backs maybe? Or Højbjerg? No, it can't be Højbjerg. No, he can't take Kane or Son off, surely.
Surely not.
Can't take Kane or Son off.
But where is he?
Can't be Winks, because
Where's he
Winks is
gonna
the only
play?
one playing a killer ball. Has to be one of the centre backs, I reckon. I reckon it might be
Davies?
maybe Davies, yeah. Go forward at the back.
Yeah. Because
Take Doherty off.
their tactic is just to crowd us out.
Oh, here we go. Broger's on the right hand side for Southampton. He's in the box, but Davis
it's
gets
out,
it, and
yeah,
it's going to be a corner. That's one thing we don't want to be giving away, is set pieces in this situation. Michael Bent says, "What the fuck? It's VAR. They are so lucky."
God damn. I knew this game was going to be a bit of a bogey.
It's going to be a corner.
Southampton going to show on how their kind of resilience in defence today. Like controlling the spaces.
Maybe someone says switch Doherty to the right, take off Emerson and put Hill on the left.
Maybe.
Could be
That's a
something.
good shout. And then maybe you'd have better overlapping
Well,
up
Prowse to the
options.
corner, away by Emerson. Can Son hold this off? He's got it to Højbjerg. Can Tottenham got to start a counter? He plays it to Højbjerg, rushes the pass, and it's overhit. But Tottenham have it. Here's Davis.
Inside to Lucas. All right, Lucas, turn. Get on the ball, turn.
Lucas
yes.
goes long. Son's on the right hand side. Can he get a shot off? Oh, he's taking too long, Son. And he gets intercepted. Here's Dyer to Sanchez.
And they're very quick to get like 2 or 3 players around the ball. Yeah,
Doherty.
That's probably where you want Gale picking up the ball.
Winks with a ball. Doherty's there! Oh, my word! That was an absolute skyer. He's offside anyway.
Yeah.
But it's a great ball from Winks. And Doherty,
Oh my
that's the problem with him being right-footed in that position, isn't it? Because he goes with because if he should really be going with his left foot.
Even with your
he goes
right,
with his
you've got to
right.
do better than that. You know,
I reckon what he might do is he's going to take Emerson off. Yeah, Emerson, and he's going to make a back four. He's going to make a back four of Doherty, Sanchez, Dyer, Davis on the left,
Yeah.
and put Hill further forward. That's what he'll do, I think. So Emerson's off, Hill is on, and Southampton have an injury.
So where is Hill going to play then?
So I reckon
Left side of
Højbjerg, Winks in the middle, and maybe Lucas,
and Gale, yeah.
Son, and Hill behind Kane. Something like that.
Interesting.
Or maybe Hill more in the central, 4-3-3, something like that. Unless he's playing Hill left wing back. But I don't know, maybe.
Yeah.
Could be doing that.
Could be just a test to see if it's a bit of a risky game to test and see, you know. Risky game for a trial run.
Yeah, but sometimes needs must. When we need a goal here, it's 13
cannot
minutes.
drop
We can't
points
drop
in this
points here.
game.
We need the win. We need the win. Doherty stayed on the left, so that's interesting.
So
Hill's on the
Gale's
right.
on the right?
Hill's playing on the right at the moment.
That
He's
doesn't
going
make
right
any
wing back.
sense.
Why would he make inverted wing backs? Why not swap Hill and Doherty?
That's a great ball.
It's a great ball from Højbjerg.
there right now.
Yeah, here's Doherty cuts inside, back post, and the header is into the keeper's
See,
arms.
if you have a left foot, you just go to the
Yeah,
ball
I
and
don't
you cut
understand
back.
why he would keep Doherty on the left. That makes no sense. That makes no sense to
I
me.
don't get it.
I don't get it. Why is he doing that? Put Hill on the left. That's just simple.
Yeah.
This doesn't make any
It takes
sense.
time to cut back. You give
Yeah.
them time to recover.
Just like that position just there. So he's got Doherty left wing back. And yeah, Hill's playing right wing back. This makes zero sense.
Yeah.
He's got this wrong. He's got this wrong.
It's very strange. They aren't.
Mate, it doesn't make any sense to do this.
See what he does here.
Here's Hill though. Down the looking for Sanchez is blocked. Back here's Dyer. Sanchez now.
Because this ball that gets slid in, you need a right footer.
Gil on the right-hand side.
Always going to cut back.
Gil cuts back, though, and Son with a header!
That's
Great
a good cross.
ball in.
That's a good cross.
Son with a flick header, but straight at Forster, unfortunately.
Finally.
Maybe he just prefers...
Finally, we do have someone on that side who can cross the ball really well.
Maybe he just prefers Gil cutting inside, so
Yeah.
he'll just sacrifice Doherty cutting inside. Oh, it's stressful. We're gonna make us wait. Let's need this goal, man. We need this goal. Here's Doherty. Davis to Dyer. Here's Sanchez. So that's all three subs used. No Ndombele. Could have maybe used with an Ndombele in this kind of game. Here's Doherty on the left-hand side. Down the line to Son.
Overlap. Someone overlap.
Back to Doherty. Højbjerg, first time layoff for Davis. He's looking for a ball in. Here's Højbjerg. Come on, we need to force this home, Tottenham. Force it home. Dyer. Winks to Gil. Can he whip in a ball? He's going to take on Adam Armstrong. He goes on the outside. And he gets a ball in, and it's straight at the keeper. On his right foot.
Yeah, you can see his right's nowhere near strong. Still, someone gets to the front post and you got to tap in.
Keeps it in. He gets power on it, but the accuracy is not there.
Just how weaker his right foot is.
Here's Davis. Oh, his ball's lost it to Armstrong, and he's won a throw for Southampton. These things for a team with 10 men are priceless when you get those kind of things. Winning throws.
I'm not actually leaving.
We've lost brains. Here come Southampton playing around the back now. Perard straight to Dyer. Can he play it quickly to... No, he goes forward, looking for an option. He goes long to Gil, but it's not good enough, and it's been cut out, and Broja can hold the ball up for Southampton. And Dyer wins it. It's got to be is that thrown to Spurs? Nope, thrown to Southampton. We're into the last 10 minutes at St Mary's. And it's 1-1. Tottenham in real danger now of dropping points here. Real danger. We've played a half against 10 men. And we have had a bit of bit of bad luck with VAR. But apart from that, haven't been able to create enough openings. Here's Dyer. Sanchez. Here's Winks. We only have a 20% chance of winning this game, according to Opta. Here's Son.
That's how I feel right now.
Davis in the box. Kane's there. He can't get it. Only as far as Højbjerg. He's looking for Kane. Is he offside?
He's offside.
His shot saved, and the referee does put his flag up now, and it's offside.
I mean, Gil was the ball there.
Yeah.
Look. Give the
Oh,
ball to Gil.
we had tighter than it looked, though, but it was offside.
I mean, it was a neat little ball, actually.
Yeah, just to the wrong man.
Yeah. And probably wants to maybe cut it a little bit back.
Substitution for Southampton. Redmond coming on for them. For Adam Armstrong.
Keep on making like attacking changes. How about you just put all your defensive players on and just sit back? Because like that's kind of what the play is doing.
Oh, come on, I can't believe it was 7 minutes to go. It's really... Spurs are in extreme danger of dropping points here where we shouldn't be dropping points. Here's Doherty with a header long towards Kane, but Bednarek's going to mop this one up and give away a throw. Come on, Doherty. Long throw into Winks.
Switch it quick.
Into Sanchez. You're switching it to Sanchez, though. What's he going to do? Plays the ball to Lucas. Oh, he's got it. Oh, he's still got it, though. And Kane with a header. Oh, he can't win it.
Oh, my God.
And Davis with a volley. Deflection and away.
That was really funny because
Lucas completely missed it.
And then it was like it looked like
And
a
he got to him. He got lucky there. And he still got there. And he still got there. That was brilliant. That's the best skill of the
And it
day.
ends up being an amazing cross.
Davis with the volley.
practiced that
Walker
one.
Peters did twice there. Walker Peters twice gets it away.
That was a great volley. That was a great volley. Was it bending back?
Might have been, probably not. Walker Peters is down injured for heading the ball, for God's sake.
We've had a couple of injury things happen, so maybe we might get like 5 minutes as well.
Not long to go, approaching the last 5 minutes here. Just a bit of a break as Walker Peters is down.
God, these games where it's just like
I know, it's
you have
frustration.
to go for it in the last few minutes. Only 6 minutes left of full time. God.
Someone says, I'm expecting a counter-attack that's going to be humiliating.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised, honestly.
That could well happen.
All right.
'Cause we're gonna have to
Walker
really
Peters
go
has
for this
been down
now.
for a minute. Here's Davis to Winks. Sanchez now. Come on, can you find a pass? He plays it short to Winks, who takes a touch. Here's Gil on the right-hand side. Cuts inside, looks for options. He's forced back to Sanchez, who's going to go inside to Dyer. Dyer out wide to Davis. Here's Doherty. Inside for Højbjerg. And now Dyer. Can we force one home? He goes long. It's not the best
too
ball, but
easy.
it's
Hands?
fallen to Højbjerg. He looks for the pass instead of the shot, and it's Sanchez to Gil. He's got space. He goes inside again. Oh, he's going to get tackled though, but it's fallen to Højbjerg. But he decide again not to shoot. Is Doherty. And again, we don't get the ball in. Here's Gil now on the left-hand side. He switches across, and it's blocked by Walker Peters, and it's going to be a throw-in.
Just stay there.
Another super chat says, I'm a fortune teller in Korea. Ndombele will score. Well, we've used all 3 subs, and he can't come on, so
Good shot.
I don't think that's the shout. Well, I guess he didn't say today. Here's Dyer.
Look, they've got
Winks.
pretty much everyone back.
Gil now. Can he take him on the left-hand side? He puts in a ball. Doherty wins the header. Kane's there. It's bubbling around the penalty area. We can't force it home. Here's Højbjerg, though, winning the header.
Surely get to that.
Sanchez gets ahead of Redmond, and here's Lucas looking for Son in the box. So he takes it down, but he's forced too far out wide. Here's Gil. Sanchez again.
Nerve-wracking.
Yeah, it is. Tottenham have every player in the Southampton half.
Go on,
Here's
Harry.
Dyer now, right on the edge of the box. Here's Lucas with an effort, punched
my
away
God.
by Fraser Forster.
Foster. He's like looks so shocked by the shot.
Yeah, no, bloody hell. I didn't expect that. Here's Sanchez, inside to Winks. Dyer's playing like a striker now. Look at him. Look how far forward he is. Doherty. He's looking for the ball. He clips it in. Lucas Moore! Oh, he doesn't take it under control.
It was a perfect ball.
It's a good ball by Doherty, and Lucas can't take it under control.
That is a perfect ball. That was the chance. We're through.
Oh, it just gets away from him. He was in. Who got the Rico says, go grab a beer so we can win the game. Do we usually score when you're away? Is that a joke about that?
Yeah, normally when I go for a pee though, but nothing happened. That's what I was thinking. That's exactly what I was thinking.
Oh, we're getting close to stoppage time here. Here's Davis. Come on.
Hopefully we got 5 minutes because there's been quite a lot of kind of stoppages.
Dyer. Out wide to Gil. He's got Sanchez on the overlap. He's got Winks inside. He goes for Winks. Back to Sanchez. Gil, it's not a great ball, and Redmond nicks it off him, and Southampton looking for a breakaway. And Broja is going to get there, but Lloris picks it out. Well on Hugo.
Brilliant.
Here's
Well read.
Davis. Come on.
Let's catch them now.
Strong Tento. Højbjerg looks for a through ball to
Too
Kane,
easy,
but it's
too
intercepted. But the long ball forward is going to be a throw into Tottenham. They've got no way out at the moment, Southampton, but they're holding strong. They've defended extremely resolutely in this half. They're saying it is going to be 5 minutes added on at the end of this. Come on, Sanchez, Gil. Looking for Son. Lucas gets in the way. Lucas pinches it off him, but
No.
come on, Højbjerg. Oh, Højbjerg can't get it. And there's Doherty. It's going to be a throw. It's just so stressful.
God. Spurs have ruined my good run here. That's the most disappointing thing. This has been poor. The second half's not been great.
We've had some bad luck with VAR, but we haven't created enough at all. Here's Doherty.
Let's get a move on. Go.
Come on. 30 seconds of normal time. Winks.
Look, it's
The Gil, man.
Win
It's
that
a
back.
poor touch. But here's Sanchez. Come on. Dyer. Looking for support. He's got Lucas there. Plays it back to Winks. Winks with the ball in the box. And he's going to find Doherty back post, is he? He keeps it on. Yeah, he keeps it in. Here's Doherty to Dyer. Back to Davis.
Come on. Oh, come
Here's
on.
Sanchez. We're into stoppage time now. 5 minutes.
Got to make
Gil.
this cross count. Oh, get the cross in.
Winks now. Gil. Winks on the overlap. Winks is there with the ball and nearly finds Lucas, but Bednarek can clear. Winks keeps it alive, though. And here's Gil. He's got space. Time and space. He puts in the ball. It's a... Oh! Nearly falls to Dyer back post, but Southampton just get it away. 4-1 at Vicarage Road. West Ham have scored again. Dyer with a header. Can Højbjerg pick it up? He does. Come on. Keep
on,
it in.
Højbjerg.
Keep it in. Here's Kane.
That's a
Brilliant
great
ball by Kane. Here's Winks. Son!
No! Oh, surely.
Son's header is
not our
looped
day.
and it's over the bar. It's into the keeper's arms. What a chance. Brilliant ball again
just
by
not our
Winks.
day.
Great ball there.
That's a great.
Oh, it's just behind Son and he can't kind of get onto it and he mistimes his jump. And it loops in the air.
It's not going our way. How much time have we got? 5 minutes.
So 4 more minutes.
Left. This does not look like it's going to go our way.
Here's Davis. Come on, keeping it alive. Here's... Oh, my God. Dyer's fucked up. Broge is there. Oh, it's over the bar. Sanchez saved us. Broja had a one-on-one there, but
Dyer.
Sanchez comes flying in and he blocks the shot there. Bloody hell. Dyer was there, he made a hash of it. Nearly cost us the point. What a block by Sanchez. Bloody hell.
World-class defenders don't do that.
Oh,
You take
got
a
away with
touch
that.
and then you pass back. Really got away with one there. And it's just eating up time now. We don't need this.
yeah. No, we do not need this. It's going to be a corner. They're going to keep it in the
Take it
corner
as long
probably.
as you want, man.
Ward-Prowse taking his sweet-ass time over this.
This changes
3 minutes left, though.
reframes everything for us right now.
Into the box. And it's away only as far as Redmond, who's in
press
no
the ball.
rush to play the ball. He plays it down the line. Dyer's looking to win it,
Don't
but he
let him turn
loses
that
out.
easy.
And they get a ball in the box,
Go
but
on, Luke.
there's
Go on.
Lloris, who's got the claimed
Let's
it.
go,
Come
let's
on,
go.
let's go. He plays it quickly to Højbjerg. Tottenham have a counter, potentially. Lucas, come on, dribble.
You want Lucas to take
Plays
the ball.
out wide to Gil. Gil
the
doesn't
back
have the command. He
post.
plays it to Doherty. Here's Winks. Can he pick out a pass? He's got Sanchez on the overlap. Here's Sanchez into the box and away. Only as far as Sanchez again. Is he going to
Get a
swing
good
it?
cross in now. Come
he
on.
swings it in. It's not the ball. Oh, Lucas is there with a header, and he can only play it backwards. Only as far as Højbjerg with a volley. He wants a handball.
Go on.
But Sanchez is there again. Come on. Winks. Oh, it's
Harry Kane.
Harry Kane!
Oh. That was it. That was
the side netting. And we got 2 minutes left, but
That was the chance. It's a hard chance, but God damn it.
not going to be our day, is it?
No. That was
Oh, it's a good chance from Kane actually as well. It was better than I thought it was. Great ball from Winks again.
1 minute. Come on, Spurs. 1 minute.
Oh, they are just taking all the time in the world at the moment, Southampton.
God damn. Ward Price was all over this today.
Header from Dyer.
Keep that
Doherty keep it on. He does. On the left-hand side. Is there one more opportunity for Spurs? Son. Doherty. Play it through! His heel! He goes on his left foot. Oh, it's a save from the keeper. He goes on his left. If he was on his right.
Footed.
It's a good save from Forster, but wasn't the best ever from Hill.
Yeah, he's got kind of danger.
Yeah, he goes on his near post. It's a corner, though, to Spurs.
Damn it.
It's going to be Son to take it. Is there
needs to
one more
count. That's
opportunity?
gotta
Come
count.
on, this is it. This is it. Now or never for Tottenham. Son, header over the bar. And it's another corner. It's another corner.
Yeah.
Sanchez header over, but it's another corner.
Next time the ball goes out, it's probably game over, so we
this
need
is
this
it.
to
This
count.
is it. This is the
We need
last
this to
chance for
count.
Tottenham.
He's got to get it on the 6-yard box.
Son whips it in. Headed on, Lucas! Oh, Lucas couldn't get there. He's still got it, though. He's still alive. Whip it in, whip it in. He does. Header! Oh, it's over.
Shit!
It's over. 1-1.
Damn it!
Oh, we couldn't force it home. Conte visibly unhappy. He was about to walk,
he
down
just
the
wants to walk
tunnel,
off.
but then he goes and shakes the hand of Hassan Hüttl. It's finished 1-1. A massive missed opportunity for Spurs today with a draw against 10 men Southampton. So what can we say? It's a really, really poor result considering the circumstances. We couldn't force it home. But there is some bad VAR decisions we should probably talk about. Let's get into the instant match reaction in what was an ultimately frustrating day for Tottenham. Oh, what's going on, guys? It's finished. Southampton 1, Tottenham 1 in what was a very frustrating result at St Mary's. Southampton playing over 45 minutes with 10 men and the whole of the second half, but Tottenham just couldn't force it home. And ultimately, we got to say we've only got ourselves to blame. Playing against 10 men, we just didn't create enough opportunities in that second half.
Yeah, I just wonder, is that bad tactics or is that emphasizing the lack in squad depth in certain positions? Because he's kind of done this one, he hasn't brought on Lucas early enough to get his legs in the game and actually have some sort of kind of attacking prowess, then he's brought on Gill and he's put Doherty on the left, Gill on the right.
That didn't make too much sense to me.
That didn't make any sense to me, and it's this kind of shows you we really need some new players coming into this squad. How can you go for 45 minutes with 10 against 10 players and not get anything out of that game? I mean, sure, we got majorly screwed on 2 decisions, but it's still poor from us.
Yeah, because considering the first half, we weren't at our best really. Southampton took the lead and deservedly so, and Spurs were not playing very well. But we get the stroke of luck just before half time. We get the man sent off, and we get a penalty back in the game. We're thinking, okay, this is our game now. We have to go to the second half and just go for the jugular. And I felt like in that second half we tried. Look, let's not lie. It's not we didn't try to score. We did. We just didn't have, the creativity to unlock that Southampton defence. Maybe it needed an Ndombele to come in and really pick the lock because it was too easy for Southampton to defend against us for most of the game. Yeah. And also, I would say Doherty came on at half-time. And look, I actually don't think he did badly, but I just think he did the best he could. Right?
Yeah.
And unfortunately, every time he got the ball, He had to cut inside. He had to waste opportunities.
Waste time.
He actually got into some good positions, but because he's a right-footed player who's not that comfortable playing on the left, he couldn't make the most of them. And I thought actually it was a bit of clever play. Bring on Gil, and I thought he was going to put him on the left, put Doherty on the right, get them both in natural positions, and then have them both on the overlap, so that they could be in crossing positions when we got the three central forward players like Lucas, Son and Kane there. But he kept Doherty on the left and he kept Gil on the right.
I had no
idea.
idea.
And that made no sense. And not only did it not make sense, but neither of them looked particularly comfortable in those positions.
Yeah, like,
so
I'm not going to argue with Conte, but he got that wrong, and I think he did that because of just not trusting players in certain positions. Like,
But what if he's going to put Gil right wing back? He might as well put him left wing back.
Yeah, I don't get that, because you have right-footed partnerships between Davies and Gil, so they can overlap each other. You know what I mean? So that you can and Gil's style is to beat a player to the byline. That's his whole style. He's known for that. Like he tried to do it on the right. He wants to do that. If you're a defender and you've got a clear left-footed player, because every single touch is on his left foot, you know he's going to cut in. So then you just every time he tried to do that, they covered it.
Yeah, and I think that on the pitch probably hampered us a bit, because it felt like when it went out to the wings, we weren't able to get any good quality into the box or create any good opportunities from that aspect. And that was why maybe on that aspect we struggled. But, we played a lot of balls into the box. It was very easy for Bednarek and whoever to just clear them away.
Yeah.
We did have a few opportunities. Doherty had one which forced a save. Gil had one right at the end. We did create a few openings which weren't, which kind of with a bit more quality, you see it go over the line. But unfortunately, Forster didn't have to make any serious saves, did he?
No, and the thing that really showed in that second half is that we really still lack creative class, like world-class players with a bit of an idea. I thought when Lucas came on, he was going to get the ball and run at them. And then that will cause a little bit of instability in their kind of deep block that they got. But no one did. No one was going to take the opportunity. So all you're doing is just pass the ball from side to side, and they just have to they make their wall, and you're never going to penetrate that wall unless you have wing backs who are going to beat them to the line and put it back, because then the 6-yard box is going to be a chaotic place. So I just thought I for me think he's got to see that he got that wrong, because both Doc and Gil had chances to score, and
if they were on the other side,
they didn't have the advantage because they were on the wrong foot. So why are they there?
Yeah, there were about 3 or 4 opportunities that Gil and Doherty both had where they could have taken it first time if they were on their strong foot, but they kept having to cut back.
Yeah.
And once you cut back, the chance was gone. Right at the end there, if that was Doherty, I'm not saying he would have scored, but I'm saying he could have got a better opportunity, he had more space to shoot than Gil cutting back on his left. And same when Son slips in Doherty, doesn't he?
Yeah.
And if that was Gil on that left side, he could have
foot,
his left foot into the net. And yet, because it was Doherty, he had to go with his right, and the chance was gone.
Even at that point where if Gil's in, because he has a left foot, he can still kind of touch it back towards Son as well. He doesn't have to go for goal.
Yeah.
The only thing that Doc can do is try touch with the outside of his right foot, which is just, it makes it so much difficult. It's easier to read.
But look, it wasn't totally negative today. Look, that second half performance was ultimately frustrating. I don't think. Look, people will probably come on the fan show and whatever, or talk after this game about how bad we were and shows we need quality. And a lot of it will probably be right, but I don't think we were terrible. We did create openings. We did
I think
we definitely did.
Southampton were good. Southampton were strong, and when they went, this is that thing you were saying about like when you go a man down, actually like focuses you in. It's like right, we are, the team's down, so we got to work together. We got to stay glued. We all get in the midfield. You make a line, don't let it break. And they did that. They did that expertly well. And when you have a team that does that, normally lower parts of the division, if you have teams that do that, then you need world-class play. You need like kind of City style of play and to kind of do little, touch in and out and like draw them into you, But you got to give them credit. They played that half expertly well.
Yeah, but there were a few moments, with a tiny bit more quality. There were good openings. Like right at the end there, we had a Kane header. Son had that chance when Winks clips it in. Like there were openings.
We weren't.
We just didn't.
Enough.
Yeah, we didn't we didn't get them on target or force Forster into a save, and that ultimately is frustrating. In terms of good things, though. Harry Winks, I thought, had a probably
Harry
man of
Winks
the match
was really good.
performance.
Yeah, I thought he was probably one of our best players. I thought Kane was super lively in the first half. Second half, it was a little bit different. Although that touch, the ball over the touch and finish,
The goal,
that
yeah,
looked like
brilliant.
prime Kane. That one touch, that is world class. Ball over the top, soft feet to take the power off the ball, bang, finish right into the corner. So heartbreaking that goal wasn't allowed, because we kind of deserved that. But
as you say, Harry Winks, I thought, was spraying some really brilliant passes, and he was the only. It was like, I felt like he was the only one in the
he looked like he
midfield.
could do anything. Yeah,
who looked like, if it wasn't him playing the pass through, like everyone else seemed a bit like, well, either didn't have the quality or just weren't or couldn't see the passes that he was able to.
Yeah, and the thing was, when you change, say your identity is two bulldozing midfielders and then a creative player in front of them, right? That kind of seems like the kind of thing that sort of works for us. That we look comfortable anyway as a team. We look like when we start games with that formation, we look so strong. And we didn't have that in the first half. We weren't really winning the ball. We weren't pressing, and so they were getting on the ball, and then every part of that's just draining your confidence. You're like, 20 minutes, they're still having little bits of the ball. They didn't have loads of chances, but they had the ball, and they were able to dominate the midfield. Ward-Prowse was able to get on the ball and make things happen, and so that's where I think, like what he was saying about the DNA of the team. If that's how you're going to play, if we don't have a world-class midfielder that can play anywhere, then that's what's going to happen. You're actually going to lose the initiative, and then when you've lost the initiative and you've only really got the initiative back because they've lost a player, they can still get the initiative by just all going and defending and not trying to win the game, and that's what they've done. And so it's a mix and match of us not really having maybe the right starting lineup and not having the initiative in the game, not having any real on the right side, no real attacking emphasis. And then that's what's happened. If I think absolutely for sure, if Lucas starts that game, I think we win that game easy.
But let's talk about the VAR decision in the second half, which obviously we went 2-1 up. And, it wasn't a VAR decision, actually. It was the referee ruled out the goal for a foul on Forster, but upon replays, there clearly was no foul. There clearly was no foul, and it goes in the back of the net. It would have been an own goal against Forster, actually, because it goes back off his heel.
Yeah.
How does VAR not look at that? I don't understand. That the referee has said he thinks he's seen a foul. Yeah. VAR clearly shows there has been no foul on Forster. He doesn't even collect the ball.
Yeah.
Like, all he has been slightly challenged with Doherty, but he's not been fouled by any stretch of the imagination.
Yeah.
How VAR doesn't tell the ref, look, there's no foul here. You should probably look at that.
Anything that's like controversial or contestable. If all the players are coming around, it's like in cricket where you go like to the or any other sport, you can go to the kind of the action replay, and in tennis you can have 3 goes at looking at the action replay. Like there maybe should be something like where your captain, you only have 3 goes. Your captain can kind of say like, no, you're not going to use them all too quickly, but your captain can ask for it. But because for something like that, I don't understand why VAR is in this game if it's not going to look at things like that, because that is a bad decision. Or even if it's not a bad decision, if you can't argue that, it's still contestable. It's like hard to see, so you need action replay to see it. So then you've got to go to VAR. How can the ref make that decision? I don't understand that. It's too hard to see. From one, if you're behind the ball, it looks like he's going in, and it looks like he's dropped the ball. Another angle, he's not even got the ball in his hand.
Slips right through. He slips right through his hands. I don't understand that. So I can understand if the keeper comes and collects the ball and then is barged into by Doherty, and because of that, he loses. He obviously loses the ball. But that's not what happened. He went to claim it. He was challenged by Doherty. He wasn't barged. It kind of just slips through his hands and it goes into the back of the net. It was a horrendous error, and he is being completely saved from the referee, and VAR doesn't even think to tell the... And not only did VAR not look at it, they played on immediately. It was like they didn't even like give it a thought that they should look at it, because it was a clear foul, non-foul.
Adam D in the chat's there saying that Clattenburg said that VAR was never going to look at it.
Why?
I don't get
There wasn't a foul though. It just clearly wasn't a foul. So that's the most frustrating thing from that. And I can understand, I think, because
are you not supposed to go anywhere near goalkeeper now? Is that what we're saying?
But the thing is, Clattenburg did say that, but he also said that it wasn't a foul. So he's kind of saying that the referee, because the VAR's role is not to re-referee the games, and if apparently how it works is, because there's a high bar in the Premier League, how it works is, if the referee can accurately describe what happened, to the VAR official, they won't tell him to look at it again. So it's basically for it's basically for anything that the referee has missed. So if the referee says something and the VAR looks and says, "Oh, that's not actually what happened," then they tell him to look over it. But if the referee says something and the VAR looks at it and says, "Okay, that it did happen, but it's subjective whether that was a foul or not," they won't tell the referee to look at it again.
I think for the credibility of VAR and referees, when anything is like questionable in any way, even if he lets the game go on and like, yeah, have a look at it, you know, and the game can go on, then it's like, actually, should have a look at it. Okay, stop the game. You know what I mean? You don't have to stop the game for everything. Let them have a look at it. You know, let the game go on. You can have 2, 3. You know, just sense. Use sense. That's the thing that does my head in.
And sometimes in games like this, when teams are camped in their own half and you have to bring them down, sometimes that's what it takes, is like a bit of luck like that to break them down.
That's a game-defining moment. We've lost the game. We've lost points.
Because we would have won that. That's a win, yeah. That's 3 points that VAR's cost us because that one moment. And to be fair, it's one, and just quickly mention it, 1 point that was gained right at the end because Dyer nearly cost the point for us right at the end. And if it wasn't for Sanchez, again, just like he did at the end of the last game, we get a point.
Yeah.
At the end of the Liverpool game, sorry.
And that's the thing, you know, like, you don't want to knock too much on Dyer because he's been really solid, but you also don't want to ignore glaring holes and mistakes in his game.
Because he gave a goal away, didn't he, against who was the last game we played?
West Ham.
West Ham. He gave a goal away.
Yeah, it was
and then and today, I actually didn't think he played badly, but right at the end, nearly gives us a loss.
Yeah, he didn't play badly, but he didn't get put under pressure like a top 6 team would do, you know. So I think mistakes was a big part of his game last season, and they start to happen more and more and more and more until eventually it was like, oh my God, this guy can't play for us. And so he's been solid, like he was at the start of last season, and now here comes the mistakes again. So we actually go into the game thinking, like someone was joking about it, like in the chat, like you know, a little break's we're gonna get caught on a break and we're gonna lose this.
Yeah, it nearly happened.
And that's because we kind of think like that because we know that our defenders have mistakes in them, specifically Dyer.
All right, so it did finish 1-1 in the end. Do you think today, from what you saw on the pitch, was it a step backwards in terms of the progress we're making, or do you think it's just one of those results?
I think it was. You know why? Because I think it reframes everything that we're thinking in terms of looking at, oh, we've got games in hand. Oh, these are easy, winnable games. Now you look at those games in hand and go, are they?
Yeah.
Because this was a winnable game. We should have won this by loads of goals. And now you're going, nah. Like, Burnley... That's what I'm saying. When you're on a run, you're like, who you know, like,
take on all comers.
Yeah, who are we afraid to play? And then you see us play like that, and you're like, you know, any bigger team today, we got hammered. You know, we just didn't have enough in the middle of the park. We didn't have, you know, like, and it's that thing of it's a game straight after a game, fair enough, and there is fatigue. We were lackluster, but it's like. This is where it's like we don't have the squad to compete in this league. This is why every time he gets a chance to say it, he says, yeah, we're doing well, but we are not good enough to compete for top 4 yet. And that's what he's talking about, is like, because play a couple of games back to back and it goes out the window. You know, and that's the thing that's completely reframed how we're going to look at the rest of this season.
Yeah, I mean, I think for me, first half was really bad, and we only were so dominant in the second half because of the 10 men. And you've got to say, when you're not forcing the opposition keeper, into that many saves and you draw the game, it's not enough for where we want what we need in this kind of game. And I think we did create opportunities. I don't think it was as maybe lackluster as maybe some people will make out, but it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough whatsoever to win the game and to confidently win the game. And despite some bad VAR calls, you look at that second half and you think Southampton, they had to play well to get the draw, but we shouldn't have given them a chance. We should have made sure that we got over the line, and unfortunately we weren't able to do that. And that definitely, it will be a big blow when it comes to in that top 4 race. You know, we're now that was a game where we could have, that was a game and had essentially on Arsenal because they're not playing today, and we only got the draw, so we're still 5 points behind with 2 games to hand, which is doable, but all of a sudden it doesn't look as good as it could have. So it's a big blow, but I'm hoping to put it down, just chalk it down to one of those games where you just get a draw as opposed to getting the win. But, you know, under Conte now, that's 4 wins, 3 draws, 7 after 7 games. Looks okay, but when, you know, away from home, we've only played 2 and we've drawn 2. We haven't won yet. So we need to get that off. We need to get that first win away from home. Hopefully it'll be New Year's. But it was a damaging draw, and it was a shame that you know, second half against 10 men, that didn't seem like they had 10 men.
Yeah. No,
That was it.
Yeah, like when Lucas came on, he wasn't Lucas. He wasn't. And that's the whole thing of like, sometimes when again, like he didn't drop him, he kind of gave him a rest. But sometimes when a player's on killer form, you just give him 45 minutes. I'd rather that Lucas played 45 minutes there, and then you can bring on Ndombele or Dele. But I think Dele was so bad in that half. I think that midfield it shouldn't even be tried again. I'd absolutely play Winks, rotate Winks, Skip, and Højbjerg all day long. But don't put Dele back on. I'm just at this point. I'm so tired of it. Like, he comes back, he has one good, semi-good performance because he has loads of chances he should score. In that game.
He screwed up on a few big chances.
So I just think it's time for him to move on. I know he's not. He has an English player, and we kind of want to get foreign players out rather than English. But I think you got to take the hit and just get him out.
And then just quickly, a couple of super chats says, anyone who thought Sanchez is, sort of from Crocodoc says, anyone who thought Sanchez has been any sort of quality needs to give an apology. He was woeful on the ball, and so is Højbjerg.
I didn't think Sanchez was that bad today.
I think that was harsh, yeah.
I think that is harsh. I don't think Sanchez or Højbjerg were that bad. But what they weren't is they weren't class. And that's the thing. Spurs have a decent team now, and they're a decent team getting good results a lot of the time with a world-class manager. You need a good manager getting amazing results with a world-class team, and that's what we don't have. That's what we've got to go for in January. We've got to make this a world-class team.
And then Espen Anderson says, feels like Conte got his first lineup wrong by not playing Lucas or Bergwijn,
100%.
also not giving Ndombele a shot in the last few minutes. It was very odd Bergwijn wasn't in the squad. I can only assume it was an injury because he's playing well, so I can't assume he would be left out for the other reason.
Bring Bergwijn on as a wing-back.
Yeah, could have done something like that. I don't know where he was.
Because you've got the centre back, so you just need wingers at that point. We're pressing; they're just wingers. They're not wing backs.
Yeah,
bring on wingers.
And then no Ndombele for the last few minutes. I think we'd already made 3 subs, but should he have brought him on instead of maybe Gil or something like that? Do you think, or? It was a tough one.
It's a strange one because Gil didn't do anything wrong. He just didn't have. When you're chasing the game in a tough away game with a team who's just basically fighting for survival, they're just going to sit. You need class. We just don't have that class. Tanguy, yeah, but he probably would have been my bet, to come on because he can do it in a moment. But then he's also proven in big moments that he just hasn't got anything. So maybe the game would have been too hard for someone like Tanguy.
But on a brighter note, Conte has become the first ever Spurs manager to go his first 7 games unbeaten.
Congrats, but
still
feels like a loss.
It does feel like a loss considering they're down to 10 men. And Fraser Forster at the end, they did make 10 saves, but how many of them were actually saves where he shouldn't have expected to make?
He wasn't great today. He made saves, but they were straight to him,
All right, well, look, we're going to have the fan show coming up very, very shortly. Thank you, everyone, for joining us for another watch-along. Thank you, Brains, again, for joining me for another watch-along. Unfortunately, we didn't get the result today.
It's not my fault, guys.
We tried our best. But look, we got Watford coming up next on New Year's Day, so we'll be back in the studio for that one. See you very shortly for the post-match fan show. Like, subscribe, and comment. And as always, come on, you Spurs.